It's the 6 o'clock check-in. Come on, let's go.
How dude.
It's the AM Nasty Big Hello.
I'm your Huckleberry.
It's not static AM radio. It's the Cool Ben Red Hot Nielsen Show. Let's go. Daddy lies. No. Everybody tune in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromella intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in. He's your dealer for life. Let's crack at 6 o'clock and log you with some sirloin bites. Daddy lies.
Good morning. What's going on? AM Nasty. It is Dusty and Lieutenant Eric, and we are coming at you from the Park MGM in Vegas. And yes, we are cruising along. We survived. We survived night one. We survived night one.
Yeah.
It was a good time, though. It's a good time. We got a nice setup here. No doubt about that. As EST is coming at you live from Vegas today. YouTube Trav holding down the fort. Back in Edmonton, we got the nasty chat already going. You can text us in the Paris Jewelers inbox, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. And this has been exciting so far. We're running on, like, for night one, we're running on a decent amount of sleep as the Edmonton Oilers look to make it 17 in a row tonight.
Hopefully they got their sleep.
Well, yeah,
lots of sleep.
It's always tough.
Lots of
It's
sleep,
always
lots
tough
of
to get your
vitamins,
sleep.
right?
Always tough to get your sleep. What do we? I texted my wife around I don't know, like 12:15 Vegas time, and I was like, early night, responsible start to the trip, and we managed to make it work. We are set up. We bunched into a bunch of people yesterday at the airport, on the flight. Once we got here to the Park MGM,
Just missed the Oilers at the airport as well. He just missed.
is that what they
Just
said?
missed-
They just came through. We got so much accomplished just at the airport yesterday before we left.
Smooth.
We'll get
smooth
into
this
that.
trip,
Yeah.
too.
Oh, it was a great start to the trip. Great start to the trip. If you need a conch this morning, of course, you can text us 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Let's just say HR Daddy would be proud of the boys so far. Matty Owanek was up. Looks
On
like
time.
we got everything set up.
He's never been more chipper in the morning.
Technically. Yeah, actually, you're right.
He
Yeah,
asked
Vegas.
me, good morning. He said, how, all this, questions.
Vegas Matty's different.
Oh, he's
Vegas Matty is different. Inbox is already hopping here. We'll get to a few of those text messages as we work our way through the show this morning. We'll get into the flight down. Obviously, the Oilers playing hockey tonight against the Vegas Golden Knights. That's been one of our favorite things here so far is people coming up. I think Matty was talking about a little bit yesterday when they're like, oh, here for the Super Bowl. And we're just like, nope. We're here for the Oilers going for 17 in a row tonight against Vegas. And we'll see how that plays out. We do have it's your typical Tuesday show. It is Tombstone Tuesday.
That is a hell of a thing for you to say to me.
I love that we managed to bring the whole board down and everything. It's been set up very nicely here so far at the Park MGM. Quiet right now because it is ridiculous that it's
you'll wake him up soon enough.
5:05 in Vegas.
Once you get your voice going here after the first hour.
5:05 in Vegas.
Matty's
And here
outta
we
here.
are. Matty's gone. That's
He's
it.
out of here.
He's
We got-
gone.
There's a Starbucks here. It's going to open in an hour.
We're looking forward.
So
we're looking forward
reports-
to Starbucks opening downstairs.
That's going to hit.
for sure. Yeah, we're going to get to everything that we did yesterday, get to the flight down. Coming up on the show today, 6 o'clock hours wide open. If you do need a conch, if you're down here in Vegas, we'd love to see you. So you can slide on by. We are actually in the Park MGM. And if you just go up the escalator to the second level conference room, this is actually a great setup. We got like the whole
Great
corner to
Wi-Fi.
ourselves. This
Trev,
big
YouTube,
old-
Trev, the Wi-Fi.
big old green leather couch. Look at this thing.
Crying here.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And 4 or 3 big brown leather chairs.
Yeah.
Hangout will be done right from here as well. Tommy Gazzola is in town. We haven't seen him yet. He was with DVD last night, so Van Diest is going to join us on the hangout as well. But we were so responsible last night. Some of you might even be a little disappointed in us because we got into town, we checked in. I actually locked myself out of my room 3 minutes here.
Yeah.
I got in, put my stuff down, put the
Had to
key
be
on
a
the table,
record.
walked out to go over to his room, left my keys in. I had to go down like right away to the lady and be like, I know I just checked in like 3 minutes ago, but I've already misplaced my keys. So that wasn't a great start to the trip. But we checked out the Sphere last night. We'll get into that. That was a lot of fun. But as far as being mature, responsible adults in Vegas, if you're disappointed in us, that's fine. But just after midnight, when I was climbing into the old wrapper, as they say, I get a text from Farhan, who's here covering the Super Bowl, not the Oilers and Golden Knights, if you can believe it. And he's like, "Where are you?" "I'm drinking with a bunch of the New York, the Edmonton media, New York, New York."
The Edmonton media?
Yeah, which probably was Tommy. Like, I don't know, we didn't even see Tommy last night. But I didn't even reply. I left him on red because I was like, nope, I'm going to bed. A younger version of me, or one who hadn't been up for 21 straight hours, might have been like, oh, you know what? I'll pop over because
Yeah.
Park MGM's like right next to New York, New York.
This
So-
is later tonight, maybe that would
But
be
I feel like this is the way to start the week.
Yeah.
Right. We're feeling pretty good. Equipment's working. And then we'll see where today goes.
I feel
You
like
never know
shit,
where today
actually.
goes.
I feel terrible.
You don't feel good?
No, I feel like crap, like absolute crap.
What?
I feel the bag. I went back out. I went out walking around for a bit, and then I went and I was like, well, I should get some food or water or something.
Okay.
And I found this burger place.
Okay.
I had to ask my burger well done. She goes, how do you want the burger?
Yeah.
Like,
That's
what
what
the
they
hell?
do here.
Yeah,
I didn't know you went back out after.
But that hamburger like saved my life. If I would have got like I am done today, but that hamburger,
What time did you get back in?
1:30.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And this blue Gatorade has been this thing right
Oh,
here. This is
man.
the true MVP. This
I am so thirsty right now. Maddie's gonna hit up that Starbucks and get us some water.
It's gonna be the best. Do you
Yeah.
want to share this while we're?
You
can
could give me
go
this. No,
halfers on
you
this,
need
or
it. You
no?
need it now. What was this burger joint you got to last
Yeah, it
night?
was the only thing open. I was like, I gotta get something. You know what? You
Yeah.
got to get something here. God,
Yeah,
you
well,
know,
I
like-
wanted that too last night
We had
because
nothing.
I had to go back down and get the key because my key didn't. So then I took a quick rip around the casino to see if there was like a burger joint or something. And I was just like, screw it. I'm just going to go to bed. I got to get some sleep.
This place is bumping. It was the only thing open.
Whereabouts was it?
Hole in the wall somewhere. I'll show
Ah,
you.
man.
I only know how to get there through
So
memory now.
disappointed. I
don't,
was
yeah.
really excited to do that as myself. All right. Pat is in and say, hey, stop it at Toby Keith's bar while you're there. Did you see the bad news? Toby Keith passing away at the age of 62.
No way.
Yeah, look it up. I'm pretty sure I saw that today. Somebody had it.
Oh, what?
Yeah, remember? Yeah, conch for Toby Keith here.
Yeah, jeez.
All right, we are down here in Vegas, courtesy of the Edmonton International Airport, YEG, and they teamed up with the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, and it's been a real nice trip so far. It's been really good. We're going to get into a couple of the airport experiences that we have. We bumped into a lot of people from Edmonton here. Basically, wherever we're walking around, it's been awesome. There's tons of people from Edmonton down here. If you're looking to book another trip somewhere, or maybe just come to Vegas next time with us, that'd be a lot of fun. These are all the destinations that you can fly nonstop to from YEG to sports-related cities. Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, Vancouver, Winnipeg, where Jamarcus Hardrick is no more calling it home.
Yeah.
We'll get into that maybe. And then here in the United States of America, Denver, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Minneapolis, Nashville, Orlando, Phoenix, San Francisco, Seattle. And then you can also fly directly overseas to Amsterdam or Frankfurt. All of that straight from the airport. Yesterday, I mean, the journey began at the airport. Cruised through everything relatively quickly. Maddie was there before us. but we caught up to him in security at the international area.
Yeah, we got randomly selected, as you do.
I managed to complete my U.S. Nexus interview at the U.S. Customs where we're rolling through. I was like, oh, you know what? I'll take a shot at it because I did my Canadian interview 5 months ago. They're like, in order to get your full Nexus card, you need to be interviewed on the American side. Like, you don't have to take a flight. Just buy a flight, go get it done. And then when I went through, I said to the customs guy, I say, a quick question for you. And I was told I could just complete my interview here. He goes, he looks around like he wasn't supposed to do it. He's like, okay, let's do it. And then we banged it out. So I managed to get that accomplished. We get to the Chili's on the international side of the airport, and the security guard referred to you as Miss in security.
Excuse me, approached from behind.
Yeah.
Right. And,
Yeah, with the hair. And
I had
stuff.
just washed my hair, and
So it looked good.
hand on the shoulder. Yes,
Yeah.
Miss, Mister, whatever.
Yeah, that was funny.
And then we had to go into the. Yeah, they checked Maddie's bag there. The guy was doing laptop talk with him. But then
They did pull us aside.
We cut the line.
We got to cut line. It was nice.
That was good.
And then when we sat down, we had a couple of drinks at Chili's, ordered some food. Right as the food came, some guy sitting across from us goes, "Hey, do you guys know how to get onto the free Wi-Fi here by a VPN from?" And I knew right away, like we couldn't have helped him.
That
But
signal was.
Maddie
awesome.
was just like, "Yep." So Awana gets up. He's helping this stranger at the airport get his Wi-Fi working. He says he thinks he got it accomplished, but he doesn't really know. And the guy was sending apparently a very important email. Remember, he's like, "Oh, this is an important email. It had to be
big
sent."
documents.
So Maddie Awanek kind of came through. Nasty Chat is where you can get at us. We're gonna keep tabs on this bad boy as we work our way through this. It's already hopping. Hey, give us a like. I'm gonna hit a like on this iPad right here too. Hammer the thumbs up today.
Yeah,
that would be
give a
great.
like.
Give us a sub if you wouldn't mind as well. And yeah, if you are in Vegas, you're watching or listening. The one lady in the airplane last night, she was great. She stops. We're sitting. She goes, "Are you Dustin Nielson?" And I was like, "Yes." She goes, "My husband loves your show and he watches every single day. And I'm going to go back up and tell him that I just talked to you." I was just like, "This is great."
We've been mistaken for fans of Edmonton Sports Talk by the.
Yeah. The stewardess or flight attendant comes by and she goes, "I just have to ask, are you really big fans of Edmonton Sports Talk? Because we're both wearing the hats." And what did I say? No, we do it or something? Or
We do Edmonton.
we do it. We are Edmonton Sports Talk. But yeah, no, it was a fun flight down. The three guys behind us were getting on your nerves a little bit. They were loud talkers. They were having a good time. Can't necessarily blame them. They're going to Vegas, but they were
the only three people talking.
Yeah,
the entire
it's
flight,
like the
which I
whole-
found kind of again the randomness of it all. But we survive. No, I'm feeling absolutely terrible. It's
Man.
awesome. I'm having a great time.
we didn't like tie one on or anything.
No, it's just
had
the
a
lack
few
of
beers
sleep.
along the way.
I was kind of going all day. I'm not a
Yeah,
big man.
I
you know.
guess.
But no, we'll get it going here. I might have to take the odd bathroom break on you today, more so than we knew.
Well,
normally do back at home.
the good news is that the bathroom is
right
conveniently
there.
set up right next to us.
It's
here.
just like at home.
This is a really nice setup for us.
The Wi-Fi. Hey,
yeah.
oh boy, the Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi seems to be connecting okay, which is exciting, and we are off and running. The Edmonton Oilers. I did not see Tommy Gazzola last night. He'd set up shop at Tom's bar, coincidentally.
Yeah.
With Schwartzy and DVD.
Holding court.
And we went to the Sphere. We had tickets to the Sphere, so we definitely wanted to check it out. What'd you think of the Sphere, buddy?
Pretty high.
Oh man, it is steep in there. We were pretty nervous.
Well, we were. The Sphere is also pretty high. You sat up in the 400s, the 400 section. That was, the steepness of it all. But then it gets going, and the screen gets going, and everything kind of you lose sight of where you are, and time doesn't matter. And the show was not bad. You thought it'd be like an iRobot.
I thought it was.
more of a
We
nature
said
documentary.
I was expecting it to be like iRobot, which it wasn't.
off, yeah.
It wasn't like
no
iRobot.
cast of characters.
But just seeing it on the outside, there's like one little area when you're walking towards it, you can kind of slide off and get a good look of it from up top. And the Sphere is incredible when you're actually right outside it. And then we went and saw the postcards from Earth show, and it was really good.
Your
was
seat
really good.
vibrates. We didn't think it would be that
Yeah,
intense.
I was a little
The
worried
air
about that.
going up and everything.
Well, we were in the 400 section, and which is a good place to be. I guess if you're a little bit lower, maybe sometimes the view's not great.
You
But
might
we
as
were,
well be high.
we were
You might
smack
as well be
dab
high.
almost in the middle in the 400 section. And when we got up there, I was like, oh man, this is like, I didn't want to lean over. It was like the top end of Commonwealth. And but when that show started, man, it was good. It was really well
2 thumbs
done.
up, 5 stars.
Yeah, it was
I'd go there again.
it was a fun experience. Here's what we got from the LVCVA, which is the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. Visitors are invited to dive into the Sphere experience, which starts with Aura, the real-life humanoid robot who will take you on a tour to the future of technology. The experience continues with a specifically commissioned film by acclaimed director Darren Aronofsky. I didn't know Aronofsky was on this.
Aronofsky.
Part sci-fi, part nature documentary, postcard from Earth, takes advantage of all the Sphere's experimental technologies to make you feel like you're anywhere but Vegas, which is true. I mean, you're just sitting there, but when they were like coming over top of the Grand Canyon and stuff, I thought I was going to fall out.
The forests.
Oh, it was pretty cool.
streams.
It was pretty cool. So yeah, thank you to the LVCVA for hooking us up with tickets there. We will be at the Oilers game tonight, and Tommy will be doing pre and post from the arena, I think up in the press box. If we ever see Tommy, we will get confirmation. What are the odds Tommy actually shows up for the hangout today? Because he's supposed to show up. He's also supposed to bring DVD with him.
Yeah, we booked it last night, 8 o'clock sharp in the morning. Hey, yeah, they'll be here. Eh?
Yeah, but
Promises made.
if Tommy can't show up at 8, when we were here at 4:30 today.
Let it be known.
Yeah.
Let it be known.
Yeah. You know what the saying is? Stay up late and party with the boys.
Yeah.
Work in the morning like an adult.
Take a Monday off to travel and don't show up at 8 the next day.
That would be something else.
What a
It?
gig.
You can text us anytime, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. That'll get you into the Paris Jewelers inbox today. Go see our friends at PJ's. They've got a gift for any budget for Valentine's Day. You want to spend $50? Want to spend $100? You can even put it on the finance plan. You don't have to pay until 2025. All right. So go visit Paris Jewelers. Check them out online if you want. ParisJewelers.com. Canadian family owned, 22 locations. A real daisy in the jewelry game. Yeah. Let's see here. What do we got?
You tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
That's Tommy Gazzola on his way over just before 8 o'clock. Yeah.
It's a little different stateside, those tombstone drops, hey? A little more westerny in the great state of Nevada here, eh?
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Yeah.
You're right. They do kind of.
It's a little more.
Yeah.
Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
That's a good one, too.
Skin City.
Yeah. Skin City. I like it. Stuart Skinner gets a start and they win tonight. Guys, Tommy will be probably late for his flight, so he isn't even in Vegas. No, he's in Vegas. We confirmed last night he is in Vegas. We just didn't catch up with him. Loomis says, did YouTube Trev travel as well? No, YouTube Trev did not. Somebody's got to hold down the fort. We've left Edmonton Sports Talks in the hands of YouTube Trev and Zacticum.
Wheels is in the chat.
Is Wheels in there?
Nasty chat.
Oh, there he is.
You see that now?
Happy 5 a.m. How was the airplane travel? Did Maddie's adventure start? What do you think of traveling with the Wannick?
That was fine.
Yeah.
No
He did Sudokus. He had a coffee.
We both read. We brought our books. We
We
read.
convinced him to have a beer on the flight.
Yeah, he had a beer on the flight.
Yeah. You were reading. What were you reading? The Tales of the.
I got through 3 stories of the Tales of the Moss Eisley Cantina.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
And I finished watching Lawless and started watching The Dark Knight. Why so serious? But yeah, no, it was a pretty good flight. And then Maddie in Vegas it's been good so far.
It's been good so far. As I said, I haven't seen him at this chipper in the morning ever.
No,
He's waking up an hour earlier in Vegas to start a show. Like he just couldn't wait.
You know why though? Because Maddie enjoys the challenge.
Maddie enjoys suffering. He enjoys pain, and I think he also enjoys watching other people go through suffering and pain, which is why he's cloud 9 this morning.
Hey, I do want to give a conch to YouTube Trev though.
Absolutely.
For being back there today. He's in. He's making sure it's on the air. Look how good these graphics look. EST
Pristine.
live in Vegas. Are you kidding me? All right. Once again, if you want to pop by and see us and you're in Vegas, and we know there are a lot of you who are, we are on the second floor of the Park MGM. You just take the elevators up to the conference level, and we're in a corner. We have a huge Edmonton Sports Talk sign. Swing on by, say hi. Maddie brought a bunch of lanyards. He brought a bunch of stickers and stuff. Hangout coming up today. Tommy and DVD expected to join Matty Wanick and LTE. Lock Shop today. 2 guys and a goalie today. All from right here at the Park MGM. We're going to head over to Topgolf a little bit later on today. Then I might try to sneak in a quick afternoon snooze here at some point. We'll see.
That'd be nice.
It's going to be tight because we want to be at Beer Haas. A lot of people have been DMing us, tweeting us, or whatever. We will probably be at, well, we're not probably. We will be at Beer Haas, just next to the rink prior to the game tonight for a little pre-gaming opportunity. And you know what might pop by for a visit there? The Scalding Hot Take Smith, which has made its way to the Park MGM.
Hit me with that thing.
Oh, hey, Eric. Oh, wake up. Wake up, man. Let's get rolling. Yeah. I got good energy. I got good Vegas energy right now. I don't know. Maybe I slept for about 3 hours and 45 minutes last night, which is not unlike what happens at home for me. So
I have energy.
I'm feeling great.
I can go for an Advil, too.
Oh, I have Tylenols are in the room. I should have told me. I could have brought you Tylenol.
That sucks.
Not to guys, Matty is energy. He's a vampire, isn't he? I could see Matty being a vampire.
Yeah, no, I don't know why he hasn't been one for Halloween yet. If not, I mean, that's a very easy costume. Comb your hair.
Joel Lavoie is in and says, hey, guys, Tales of the North? No Tales of the North. It's a road game, technically. I know we're here.
Can bring all the costumes.
We could have justified it. That would have been weird.
Carry,
That would have been weird rolling through there dressed as that. Yeah, that would have been pretty fun.
Excuse me, sire.
Where are you? I'm from the North.
Where are you traveling to?
I'm from the North. I'm here from Sin City to try my hand at luck. That would be that'd be pretty good. 780-218-9999. Guys, what can we parlay the Oilers minus 153 money line with? That's what I'm talking about. That's a text I want to see. 780-218-9999.
This is a betting show, but now.
Yeah, I mean, it is now. Look where we are here. Are you kidding me? Of course we're going to be betting. You can take a run at text of the day with 780-218-9999. Text of the day is for A&W. Did you know that A&W has value deals? Did you know this? Not until I said it yesterday, probably.
No.
Budget-friendly options that you can enjoy all day, any day of the week. Try an A&W Buddy Burger today for $2.79. The A&W deals are always tasty, never pricey. You're going to absolutely love it.
Love those buddies.
Matty Wanick is back. Look, he's so spry this morning. Hey, Matty.
Spry.
The first morning in Vegas. Look at this guy getting the job done. Getting the job done for us as well. Menopause Nick chiming in early today at 780-218-9999. I could see you boys losing the hot take mitt while in Vegas, only for it to reappear when you're boarding the flight back to Edmonton.
It would be one of those trip miracles, but
as we're stepping on, the attendant goes, "Sorry, sir, I believe this is yours." I'm like, "What? This
forgot something?" Yeah.
Oh my God, a Scalding Hot Take Smith. Scalding Hot Take Smith. Somebody's asking us about the weather. Apparently the weather was like pouring rain on the way down here.
Flooding.
Pouring rain. There's like flooding and stuff. We landed, haven't seen a drop of rain since. It's brilliant. Now, little chilly. Was a little chilly. Could have used a hoodie last night after the Sphere experience. Because it was kind of chilly. But outside of that, I mean, so far so good. I haven't even looked at what the forecast is today. There it is. Thank you, Maddie. 7 degrees. Do we see some showers in the mix here? That's 7 degrees here right now. It seems like in Edmonton. Well, I guess it's colder in Edmonton. 10 degrees for high. 24% chance of rain. No problem. No problem. We're gonna be good. That's a nice pants and hoodie or possible shorts and hoodie day in Vegas. Be interested to see how this day plays out. The Edmonton Oilers look to make it 17 in a row tonight. I think they do it. I think they just pick up where they left off. You can chime in. Let us know if you're watching on YouTube. Hammer that thumbs up for us. Tell your friends that Edmonton Sports Talk is in Vegas. And when we get back, we're going to do a contest. We're going to have about 4 opportunities a day to get in the mix for it. And we're going to send one of you down to Vegas, you and a guest, and you could sit on this classic green couch.
Psychiatrist.
Just like we are.
Psychiatrist couch.
Yeah, like there's an Oilers jersey already. Well, this guy's stumbling. That guy's stumbling.
Be very quiet. Don't get Keep walking.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God.
He took down like
He
5
almost
stairs
went
in one.
down the stairs. Oh, boy.
Yes, yes. He's walking right over
That
us.
was amazing. That guy was,
And he's out.
that guy was such a mess. He comes
Wow.
walking around the corner in an Oilers jersey. I'm like, oh, he's definitely going to come over and say hi. Sees the Edmonton Sports Talk banner, stumbles, and then almost bitter going down the stairs.
Well, we are
Oh, man, that
going
would
now.
have been something else. I have it 5:26. I want to know what
6
that guy's
o'clock or
night was
check-in.
like.
Come on, let's go. Jeez.
780-218-9999.
He missed like 5
Yeah,
stairs.
well, and it's an escalator. I think he
Yeah.
stepped on and didn't know, and then went all the way down. Oh, that would have been quite something. My goodness. Georgia Satellite in the Nasty Chat says, say that again. Going for 17 in a row. What a time to be alive. Yes, but as we know, the there he is again. He's coming back up. Oh shit. Oh, don't come over here, man. Just sit here. You won't see it.
Don't move. He's looking for something open. We're the only people open right now.
Yeah,
Maddie,
we
go
are.
get it.
We are.
Maddie's
the
got to
only
be the
people.
muscle. Look,
We are
Maddie's
the
got-
only people. Maddie's gonna
Maddie's
look after this. It's
Try
gonna
to
be great.
come
Yeah. Yeah, Maddie's helping him out. Maddie's helping him out. This guy is lost. He's like lost in the park.
This is great.
780-218-9990. Maddie Wanick is now
Damn it,
helping
stairs.
this man down the stairs.
Oh.
And are you drunk? He just asked Matt. if he's drunk. Oh, that's too good. Oh, what a start. What a start. We figured this might be the case being set up around 5 a.m. in Vegas, but we are kind of tucked away in a nice little corner. There's going to be like a banquet room or whatever over to the side here. Things get rolling a little
And
bit.
just again, the
a little bit
Wi-Fi
later on.
is just amazing.
Yeah, the internet in
I've never
this
been
spot is
surfing
better
the
than
net
in our
like
office.
this. Yeah, we are catching waves.
Yeah, how quick does it
hanging 10.
load? Right, it loads
It's
so
amazing.
quickly. I have to tell you, the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority has their act together with the Wi-Fi.
Out
I
of
mean,
the
that's
park.
just impressive. That's just impressive stuff. Let's lay out the show for you. 6 o'clock hour is wide open. Craig Button's going to pop by. Button will join us just after 7 o'clock today. We'll have your cool bet hotline of the day. By the way, shout out to both the Rangers and Islanders. If you're a lock shopper, you would have cashed that yesterday. We had a Rangers Islanders parlay at plus 400 for you, available over at Cool Bet. Islanders came through as our cool bet hotline of the day yesterday. 7:30 this morning. I says pardon. We'll get to that. We've got weekly confessions coming up. That's going to happen around 7:45 today. Nothing of significance, I don't think, to confess here from Vegas so far. Did you get fries with that late night burger?
Just
Or
a burger. It was a double.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't know. I'm jealous.
Still,
buddy.
not well done though. Like
that's really
well done is like a medium.
Yeah,
I'd say. So you got to like
Oh,
get
really?
really, really well done.
Ooh, boy.
Canadian well done.
Kind of easy trivia for Mr. Mike's. 3 questions too many for Park Mazda. Gager is going to pop by today, probably around 8:20. And then we are going to connect with the director of marketing for the LVCVA, Lisa Motley. They're one of the partners that we teamed up with to get us down here. They're hooking us up with a bunch of tickets to the shows, to the hockey game tonight. And we'll talk just a little bit about Vegas as a growing sports tourism attraction, as opposed to just, hey, let's go down to Vegas and party and gamble, and it'll be great. And now you can mix in NFL, you can mix in the National Hockey League, obviously, Major League Baseball on the way as well. You know the association is going to be rolling in here at some point. So yeah, I'm interested to see about like how did Formula One go.
So we went down the track last night.
We did. We went down the F1 track last night, aka the Strip, and we were in a cab that was going at a moderate pace. Nothing too fast, but that's okay. Northside Sandwiches, and says that drunk guy is probably stumbling around looking because you guys have been spreading slander about his wife Renee for years, and this was his chance to get even.
That stumble had
Yeah.
the
Maddie,
that
did you
stumble
put
was
that guy
speaking
on the
to
right
me.
path? You got him to the lobby. Good job, Matt. Matthew Iwanek helping drunks find their way to the lobby at the Park MGM at 5:30 in the morning. Let's get to a sports update for Green Plan. And the Edmonton Oilers look to make it 17 in a row. How significant would tying the all-time record be to you? How much does it matter? Like if they win tonight, is it, I mean, it would tie something special. We know people say, oh, the streak doesn't mean anything come playoff time. You're not wrong, but they needed the streak to help them get into the postseason. So it is of significance. But if they don't win tonight, first of all, Tommy's postgame show here on Edmonton Sports Talk will be straight fire. But if they don't win tonight, it's not the end of the world. But as we were talking about with, I think, Murray and Belzy yesterday around the Edmonton Sports Talk offices, if they don't win tonight, people will be like, well, you win 16 in a row, but you can't beat the one team you need to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, really good teams.
Which sounds kind of crazy, but it's sort of legitimate too. But I think they beat Vegas anyway. Let's get to a sports update for Green Plan. I bet you Davin from Green Plan wishes he was here. No doubt about that.
NHL regular season getting back last night. Rangers topping Colorado 2-1 in overtime. Islanders over the Leafs 3-2. Oilers in Vegas tonight looking to make it 17 straight wins. Tom Gazzola and YouTube Trev have your Oil Stream pre- and post-game shows live from Las Vegas. Coverage beginning tonight, 6:30 right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Oilers Golden Knights, one of 8 games around the NHL tonight. Raptors blown out by the Pelicans, 138-100 in NBA action. 7 games around the association tonight. Raptors are in Charlotte tomorrow. Oil Kings play game 2 of a 6-game road trip tonight in Moose Jaw, while Calgary will host Drumheller in the lone AJHL game. Sports update for Green Plan. With construction season coming up around the corner, planning season is already in full swing. For all of your environmental planning needs, contact Green Plan Environmental Consultants. Green Plan can assist with any of your environmental concerns, no matter how big or small the project. Green Plan is here to help. Check them out today at green-plan.com.
The Nielsen Show featuring Lieutenant Eric. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk.
.632 on a game day. Thank you very much for joining us. It is Edmonton Sports Talk. We are coming at you from the Park MGM in Vegas as we get set for the Oilers and the Golden Knights. This location is great.
You're not worried about talking loud because nobody's here.
No, nobody's here.
Right? Like,
I mean,
so
I'm talking like the hotel in general. I've never stayed Park MGM. I've stayed at MGM Grand a few times. Stayed at Excalibur. I've stayed at the old Imperial Palace. We stayed at the Stratosphere one time. I think I've stayed at MGM 2 or 3 times, but never stayed here. But it's a great location because it's literally like you walk out the front doors of the Park MGM and you are right out front of T-Mobile Arena.
Right in the mix.
It's right there.
Yeah, Beer House.
It's great. Beer House is just to the left, right across from New York, which I do plan on visiting that piano bar at some point. So it's gonna be great. We got a great location here. It's absolutely amazing. If you need a conch here in the 6 o'clock hour, let us know why.
Long way from Schwendigen, Holland.
Yeah, I was going to get to that. This is a great one.
Yeah.
YouTube Trev, make sure you tell Zach to come to put Schwendigen, Holland on the map.
Schwendigen.
Pin it. Listening on the beach from Schwendigen, Holland. Can I get a conch for my wife for celebrating our 31st anniversary? That is romantic. All right, Oilers look to make it 17 in a row tonight against their bitter rivals, the Vegas Golden Knights. It would be sweet, I think, for the Oilers players to beat Vegas to tie the all-time
Let's
streak.
quote Tube Socks from the Paris Jewelers inbox, 780-218-9999. It means everything.
Oh, that
Streak,
is a good one.
The opponents,
that is a good
the whole
one.
bit.
Oh, Maddie's on the move again. He's always moving.
I guess
that
Maddie
guy.
play like half hour till coffee, Maddie. Half hour.
Box Pounder is in on the nasty chat and says, the Oilers don't win tonight?
That is a hell of a thing for you to say to me.
Well, I mean, it's certainly possible, but
I mean, there's outside chance.
we're all here.
I don't think you're betting on them to lose, right?
Yeah,
Nobody's coming in. Nobody's coming down here from Edmonton putting money on the Golden Knights tonight.
it's all 17.
Anyway, some good comments here on does 17 in a row matter?
You don't get a banner in the NHL. They don't give you a banner for.
There's no banner. This is not an in-season tournament.
No, I know.
I mean, the Lakers, that was a legitimate in-season
no banner.
tournament.
No banner.
The Oilers have just won the equivalent of 16 in a row, or they've won 16 in a row, which is the equivalent of winning the Stanley Cup.
You go down in history.
Right,
Right?
that's,
You get talked about when other teams chase this. There is something to it.
Northside Sandwich says, here's the way I see it. Only one other team has won 17 in a row. Lots of teams have won the cup.
That's a great point.
That's a good one.
That's why a banner may not be.
I do like that one.
Gave one to Garth.
That's good. The team that did win 17 in a row did not win the cup. They were upset by Glenn Healy and David Volek in the second round of the 1993 playoffs. Would have been looking to make it 3 cups in a row, but the Islanders had other ideas. Retro Oiler on the nasty chat. After the decade of darkness, this team with McDavid needs to have their own spot fully cemented in Oilers lore. So it means a lot to us fans too.
Yeah.
Those are the types of comments that we're looking for. Like, does it mean something? So now, whether they win the Stanley Cup or not, you look back at that. Hey, tell us about that 2023, 2024 Oilers team. You'd be like, oh, I remember that one. That was the team that started horribly. Their head coach got fired. Their new coach came in, and they ended up tying the NHL record. Who knows? Maybe eventually holding it, but they ended up tying the NHL record with 17 consecutive wins.
It's like talking about the Pittsburgh Penguins. You just want a better ending.
Yeah, except the Penguins had already won 2 cups. So I mean, that's kind of a little bit different. Ryan on the nasty chat says, I think them beating Vegas is more important for playoff confidence. However, they still need to know when something is on the line, they can come in clutch. So yes, does this news matter to you if they win 17 or not? At some point, and I feel like in Edmonton here, we've disconnected. We've now disconnected with reality because we haven't talked about an Oilers loss in so long that it doesn't even seem like these things are possible now, right? It just seems like, oh no, they're just going to continue to win the entire time.
Boys, if they win tonight, they win the cup. Book it. Comes in from CB Radio Guy. And that's certainly the feeling, I guess, taking this opposition.
What was that? What did he say?
If they win tonight, they win the cup. Book it. He sees this as the test, right? Vegas are the knight that needs to be slayed. You get past them, and it's.
I don't think a win tonight.
I think we're a little ways from that, but
I mean, all a win does tonight is continue to move you up towards the top of the division. I mean, that's really what's on the line here tonight.
But they're back in the playoffs. They're back in a playoff spot, out of a wild card spot into a playoff spot.
Yeah, right back in the thick of it.
If you would have told anybody that back in the early days,
would have said you're nuts.
Well,
that's what they would have said.
Just to be at this point is something.
This text is in to the Paris Jewelers inbox at 780-218-9999. Love how the park is connected to Aria, has the tram to the Bellagio, has the pedway to the MGM Grand, and it's a simple walk across the street to New York and T-Mobile Arena. Food is also underrated. Bavettes and the Eatly Crack Shack Chicken. Do you remember what place you went to last night?
Wasn't any of those.
Ah, man.
It was like Betty's Brown something or other. It was like in a corner. And it was just hopping. It was like the only thing open.
Well, I mean, if you stay up late here, you're going to cash in nicely, right? You're going to do.
Oh,
you're going to do well here in
Absolutely.
Vegas if late night eats. Guys, Moneyline Pizza and Bar at Aria is one of the only places open until about 1 a.m.
Side Betty Grill. Side Betty Grill.
Side Betty Grill.
Yeah, that's the one.
There it is.
That's it right there. Now this doesn't look. Yeah, that's not. Oh,
that's we did say we were going to keep track of what I ate in Vegas.
For per diem.
All I've had for HR Daddy's per diem. I had a slice of pizza last night at the Sphere.
That was good.
And that's it so far.
That was a good slice, eh?
It was a good slice. Pepperoni Sicilian, like a little bit thicker.
Pepperonis.
Pretty good size. Like I could have shared it. I was offering it up to you.
You
guys.
were, yeah.
Like,
No,
you want a slice? You want a bite? Have a bite.
Watch you take
It was a nice, good square piece of pizza. It was good. It was really good. They know their pizza at the Sphere.
Can you say statement game? Shut up, all the haters.
Okay, so
shut up.
Who texted that in? No
Unsigned.
Name? Okay, interesting. I can't tell if people are joking now or not. I was just gonna get into this and break this down, but I can't tell if people are joking or not. Statement game.
Shut up.
I mean, they've just
All
won.
the
They've
haters.
just won 16 in a row. How
Yeah,
is
but
a win
against Vegas.
over Vegas? So this would be viewed as a
Having them
statement
in the,
game because it's Vegas.
Vegas.
It gets you to 17, so there's a lot on the line.
Chasing them down.
Is it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
if
I
that's
mean,
a-
I got a
that's a
little bit of
statement there.
time. You could probably convince me that we're talking statement game. You could probably convince me of that. Oilers and Golden Knights tonight. Of course, it is Super Bowl week in Vegas, which just it happens that it's a coincidence that we happen to be here during Super Bowl week, which is a lot of fun. Did you get much of a Super Bowl vibe from places we were at last night?
No. We saw CBS. I think had a setup in front of the fountains, right?
In front of
up
the
there.
fountains,
But
there's
everything's kind
CBS
of getting
setup.
ready. It's like the first week of Christmas type of deal. Like it's the season, right? They're getting the tree out of the box. We went by a display. They had Super Bowl hats.
They did. That
shirts.
was like the one thing
They're
we've
like-
seen so far. Yeah,
grossly overpriced.
yeah, because that was in like Park
gift
MGM,
shop,
like
yeah.
in the gift shop here. It's gonna be insane.
You can tell though, like you can tell that it's like because it's Monday. It was Monday yesterday.
Was Monday. Yeah, Monday Super Bowl week.
Kind of getting things going, but I think you can tell that like it's the beginning of the season, and that would be Super Bowl season here, Super Bowl week. But yeah, I think as we are leaving Thursday night, that's when stuff really kind of kicks in.
Yeah,
Probably
things
a high
will
gear for the
probably
weekend,
start to really pick up.
which is okay. And you
at
said
that
a
point.
pleasant coincidence. That
Saw a
we're-
couple Kansas City Chiefs jerseys.
saw a couple 49ers.
We were walking
people,
through the
late.
Venetian last
Yeah.
night to get over to the Sphere, so it's starting to get going here, guys. Enzo's Pizza in the Venetian. You'll thank me later. Well, I always like that. That's a good line to drop. You'll thank me later. That's a very ballsy thing to do. I respect that move. That's good. Boys, in the lobby of the Park MGM is Roy Choi's best friend restaurant there. Fried chicken is life-changing. What?
Sounds made up.
So
to me.
many great ideas for food and stuff here. I think
burgers, pizza, fried chicken.
we've been in. Yeah, I like fried chicken. How long have we been here so far? 10 hours. We've been in for about 10 hours, about 12 hours, almost 12
Yeah,
hours.
yeah.
We still have not placed a bet. Like the three of us from Edmonton Sports Talk, we have not placed a bet. I have not placed a sports bet. We did not throw like $1 into the one-armed bandits or anything, unless you did when you went out last
I was
night.
going to, but I had no cash. Pathetic. I honest to God, because I walked past some of the machines that I don't mind tossing a
Yeah,
bill into
okay,
every
yeah.
once
Oh,
in a
you
while.
recognize
that
it,
I
feel
that I
like-
normally have a little luck with as well.
Yeah.
No, couldn't do it. But that's the universe speaking to me.
The teach to the Paris Jewelers inbox. It's not just a statement game because it's against Vegas. It's the fact that they had a long hiatus and returned right back to winning games against a good opponent. Right? That's what
That's
he's trying
also
to
the
lay out
statement
here.
too. There's lots of ways you can make it a statement, but
Well, there's also lots of ways that you could dissect this thing if they were to lose, because you say, they've been rolling. They won 16 in a row. It's Vegas. They haven't played in the
you
Oilers
drop
haven't
one
played
in
in a
overtime,
while.
you get a point.
Yeah,
out,
whatever.
Who
You get a
cares?
point.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy and off to Palm Springs or wherever they're going here. Yeah. Teach makes an interesting point. Just to get right back on the winning track would probably go a long way.
Hash House a go-go.
This text is in. It says, "Are you guys not airing this morning?" What do you mean?
Why would you
I
text
I
that
think
in?
we're on the air. You're texting into us right now.
What a
Yeah.
rude thing to say to me. But, yeah.
Yeah. Where is it here?
That's a
Are you
hell of
guys
a
on the air
thing.
this morning?
That is a hell of a thing for you to say to me.
La Bamba guy is in and says, "I don't think much of this streak matters because realistically, when the inevitable loss comes, it'll be forgotten by the masses."
What the streak?
I don't think if they were to win 17, if they were to tie the all-time record, it's not a streak that would be forgotten by the masses. People will remember the Edmonton Oilers 17 or 18 game winning streak.
Some
Hell,
team will rifle off 5 wins, and then people will say, "Oh, how many get?" Well, let me tell you about this one team. Like that. That's you live.
Look, we're in the big city right
It's a
now.
history
We're here
thing.
in the big city. We're in Sin City, Skin City, Win City, and I will say, Moneyball was made. How many straight wins did the A's have? 21? Was it 21 straight for the Moneyball A's? They got a movie. What if the Oilers end up winning like 23, 24 in a row? And it comes from this place where they were the worst team you could get that the movie voiceover guy. They were a train wreck. The worst team in the league, looked like they'd never win again. But then Jeff Jackson makes the change. Woodcroft out, Knobloch in, and they go on an all-time run. And then you get the movie. Somebody plays Stoff, somebody plays Knobloch, somebody plays McDavid and Draisaitl. Hyman probably plays himself because he can do so many good things. I think
Zach Hyman.
That was probably
Zach Hyman.
Zach Hyman stars as Zach Hyman. That's a good one. I like that. Guys, at the beginning of the day, it's a divisional game. At the end of the day, it's a record-setting game. That's how the Wolf is looking at it, because we're in the business of collecting points. Just 2 of them. Just milking a couple of points here tonight in Vegas. Pat in the county says, morning, boys. Ryan Gosling as Connor McDavid. Geez, I do like that casting. I do like that casting.
Fill in the rest. Why not? 780-218-9999. Let's make a movie.
Vegas Pro Move. City the automated computer games at the bar. Milk a 20 while they feed you the free drinks. Ooh,
oh, is that a thing?
I like that. I've done that in the past. Sit down because they come over, they get you. Now I don't think they're pouring stiff drinks here, but they're hooking up with the beverages.
Maybe that's
keep feeding. You got to come up with a new name.
Play the match game.
We got to come up with a new name just for us for slots down here. You know they call them the one-armed bandits and stuff.
Yeah,
we need to come up with a new name, an Edmonton Sports Talk name for slots. What do you got? Send your suggestions to the old PJ's inbox. Paris Jewelers 780-218-9999 780-218-9999. Boys, depending on what time you leave on Thursday, you should get Maddie to sneak up on stage during a WWE press conference for WrestleMania. Wouldn't that be something?
Boys, depending on what time you leave.
That's from Atif. Danny says, you guys definitely should have brought Eric Mackerman in to keep you out of trouble in Vegas. No, I don't think we're going to get into trouble in Vegas.
We got the itinerary, the firm itinerary.
Somebody saw us yesterday and they said, oh, look, the responsible boys. That's basically what they said. That's what we're known as down here.
You're getting a handle.
The responsible boys. As we were driving the strip last night, coming back to Park MGM after that Sphere experience, which was incredible. You can fly direct to Vegas too with YEG, the Edmonton International Airport. I did see Old Red. I said to you guys, I said, there it is. There's Old Red. That's the new country bar that's here on the strip, which I always was one of my big beefs. We'll get to I Got Beef, I guess, later in the week. But one of my big beefs was always there was like no good two-stepping bar on the strip in Vegas. And now I would assume there is one. I mean, you're not going to have a 3 or 4 level country bar and not have some two-stepping in there. So, yeah, we drove past that last night. That was a good one.
I have to get you over there and have a little something for Toby Keith, eh?
Yeah, that would be if we would have known, we could have banged out a special Toby Keith Achy Breaky rate from Vegas here, which would be pretty cool actually. 780-218-9999 or in the nasty chat. Jeffrey is in and says it is important. A win for us, he refers to them as the Oilers, Tommy will hate it, and a loss for them is a 4-point spread on the way to getting home ice advantage. So this guy's just looking at it as what? Classic 4-point game. That's what this guy's looking at.
Divisional rivalry.
This is a 4-point game right here.
4-point game.
That's what this is. It's a 4-point game.
Could be a 5-pointer if it goes to overtime, eh?
I completely lost track of all the points in Gary Bettman's
league. Lots of points. Everybody gets
Ryan is in and says after McDavid's dominant performance at the All-Star game, he's going to have a killer good night tonight.
Oh, like the Austin Matthews.
Well, that was my reverse curse on the Leafs last night, which worked out extremely well. Patty
You took Patty
Waugh.
Waugh, and Patty Waugh delivered. Yeah.
Patty Waugh's never let me down once. Except that time he let in all those goals against the Red Wings and the Habs screwed him over. He went and asked for a trade and completely broke my heart when I was in grade 9. Outside of that, Patrick Waugh's never let me down.
Well, Matthews got an assist. I can't remember the exact quote that we had yesterday that Leafs. Here it is. Leafs emerged from All-Star break with playoff-type mindset. Huh.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Well, the Oilers are doing the same. That's exactly what the Edmonton Oilers are doing as well. It is Super Bowl week. We're coming at you from Vegas today. If you could bump into one player in the Super Bowl, like that just walked by here right now, who would you? You never know. Right? I mean, those guys are probably up. Like you got to get the early work in. Yeah, quiet. Early workout in. Pop by, see the boys. Like, would there be one that you'd like to see pop by here?
I mean, it's not like I'm hating the Chiefs now. I think Maddie and I both going through the Bills and the Ravens and the Niners, everything. Brock Purdy, how about that? Old Mr. Irrelevant roaming around. Wouldn't mind him kind of walking on by. He'd stop. Hey, he'd give us.
Would we know who he is? Well, he just walk by, guys. Oh, hi, guy.
We could have passed him already 10 times.
Yeah. I think I'm going to say Christian McCaffrey, so I can sit him down and apologize to him for passing on him with the first overall pick in that league. I was in with Jamie Thomas and Huss until Jamie Thomas kicked me out. That would have been that would be nice. I think that would be good. Paris Jewelers inbox taking good pounding today. 780-218-9999. Guys, Ryan Reynolds as Leon Draisaitl, and he can tell Matheson how pissy he is, like he was Deadpool. Nice Deadpool reference. Deadpool 3 coming out in 2024. Morning, boys. Do you think McDavid will use some of his winnings to inspire the team for the 17th win? $100,000 for a hat trick, $100,000 for a shutout. Just the thought. Blair in Calgary.
He's got that big novelty check. He cashes it here, maybe. Hey,
we were talking about this. Was it at the office yesterday? Yeah, when we were sitting on the couches after the show, and we said, the novelty check. Like, we find novelty checks funny for us, but the NHL's at a different level. Like, the NHL should have rolled out a briefcase with $1 million cash in it for Connor McDavid. That would have been awesome.
Handcuffed to Daly. And then
yeah, to take it over, passes it over to Connor. World Series of Poker. Look at the stacks of cash they have. Unless are those fake stacks? You never know. But they have
whatever. If
piles.
it's a prop, it's a prop too. The check's a prop, for crying out loud. So they should have a wheelbarrow of cash and Daly rolls it on.
That would be great.
I'll take that any day.
The NHL has to upgrade the money game at the All-Star. I do think briefcase full of money. Connor checks it out.
Go a long way.
Boom. Good. Skates right off the ice with a briefcase full of money. How else would you like to see the $1 million delivered to the skills contest winner? Because I like the idea.
Gotta be better than the check. If you're gonna do the check,
it's gotta
bring
be
out
better.
a few balloons as well. Then do it full Publishers Clearinghouse.
Something along those lines. And not just one guy with a check. Have like 4 people present the check or something.
Yeah.
But
it's so heavy.
Briefcase full of $1 million changes the game. I think that would be pretty cool.
And Big Rig Butcher from Howie Mandel.
Now, see, perfect. Now it's coming together.
Yeah.
Now it's coming together. Now we're working.
Somebody says we can call the slot machine smoke wagons.
That's a good one, actually. Maddie, why don't you go over there and skin that smoke wagon and see what happens?
Skin that Starbucks and see what happens.
Yeah. That's a good one. I like that.
Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
Look at all, like walking to the casino. Oh, look at all the smoke wagons in here. That's pretty good. I do appreciate that as well. Nasty Chat is cruising along. Some guy says these guys in a hotel room, their neighbor's gonna tell them to shut up. We're not. There's nobody anywhere near us.
It's the best.
It's like there's a restraining order. It's great. There's nobody around as well. Colin has an interesting thought on Corey Perry for tonight's game, which I got some time for it, but I think it's too early to make statements like this. Tonight is Perry's first real test to see if he can really help the team win. Could see the third line having a huge night. But so fair point. But if Corey Perry doesn't have a significant impact on the game tonight, I don't think anybody's going to be going, wow, 2 games in, Corey Perry experiment isn't working. Right? Like if he was to come out for some reason, be -3 and have 2 goals that were just, basically his fault. I get it. There'd be a different conversation there. But man, I think I'm going to have to sneeze. I think I have a full-blown sneeze coming. So let me see if I can get through it. Well, I might have pushed through.
Tongue top of the mouth.
I think I might have just pushed through a sneeze. That's a huge save. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, if Corey Perry does have an impact on the game tonight, then yeah, that's a major step ahead. I guess I'm just thinking like if he just looks, okay-ish, there's no reason to freak out.
And saying the right things in the room.
It's 2 games.
Yeah.
It's just 2 games. That's it.
He's been brought here for other reasons as well.
Guys, the skills winner has to go into a phone booth with $1 million in cash with air blowing it everywhere, and you get 60 seconds to grab as much as you can.
I don't mind. Fill up the bucket of the Zamboni and dump that thing right on the ice for him from Kaiser.
What show was that? Was that the Ben Stein's money thing where you would go in and try to get all the money in the... Well, maybe not.
No, that was like a time thing.
Was that
we had one of those pop up at the old station.
What's that?
One of those zipper, turn the fan on, the cash.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I wasn't really involved in anything over there.
We never made use of it. No.
Kaiser is in and says, fill up the bucket of the Zamboni and dump that thing right on the ice for him. $1 million cash. Guys, I doubt Perry will impact the score, but I think he'll want to insert himself into the rivalry. He'll muck it up and be a pest. Yeah, I mean, he's probably got to muck it up and be a pest every single game. But I do like the idea of Corey Perry introducing himself to the Golden Knights tonight as a member of the Edmonton Oilers. If Corey Perry was, for some reason, muck it up a little bit tonight with somebody.
Nice to meet you. Like you
Oilers fans are going to go nuts.
The hot takes, Smith.
Hi, I'm Corey Perry.
Smack.
That's a pretty good one as well. Next 2 hours of the show look like this. You can keep the messages rolling in on the nasty chat. Tell your friends about Edmonton Sports Talk. We are live in Vegas. All of our shows today. Hangout coming up a little bit later on. We will have the lock shop at 11 o'clock, and then 2 guys and a goalie. Unfortunately, Cass and Gager can't be here in Vegas, but they will connect with us today as we'll continue to get you set for the Oilers and the Golden Knights tonight. It's just nice to have a hockey game again. I hate going this long. And I don't care if they were winning or losing, but this long in the middle of the season with no games to discuss is a real kick right in the balls.
You have your All-Star weekends and keep them.
Even though this was a good one. I still like it. Craig Button, just after 7 o'clock today, your Cool Bet hotline of the day around 7:20. I says, pardon? We're going to go there around 7:30 today. Maddie's just waiting and dying to get to this Starbucks that we're waiting to open downstairs. Confessions, 7:45 today. Kind of easy trivia for Mr. Mike's. 3 questions too many for Park Mazda. And Gager's going to pop by around 8:20 this morning. And then Lisa Motley, the director of marketing for the LVCVA, she's going to join us. And we'll talk a little bit about the growing sports metropolis that is Vegas. Wrap for William Huff a little bit later on. Let's get to a sports rewind with Lieutenant Eric. Craig Button on the other side for Pro-Am Sports.
Oilers back in action tonight down here in Vegas, looking to make it 17 straight wins. You can join Tom Gazzola and YouTube Trev. They'll get you set with the Oil Stream pregame show live from Vegas. Coverage beginning tonight, 6:30 right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. You can also join Tom and YouTube Trev following tonight's action on the post-game show. Oilers and Golden Knights, one of 8 games around the NHL tonight. Regular season resuming last night with a pair. Islanders over the Leafs 3-2 and Rangers topping Colorado 2-1 in overtime. Raptors blown out by the Pelicans 138-100. 7 games around the NBA tonight. Raptors will visit Charlotte tomorrow. Back over to hockey. Oil Kings will play game 2 of a 6-game road trip tonight in Moose Jaw, while Calgary hosts Drumheller in the lone AJHL game. Sports update brought to you by Universal Rewind, reminding you that regular motor maintenance will prevent costly downtime. Contact them today. Learn more about their motor maintenance services. Choose experience, expertise, and quality. Choose Universal Rewind.
The Nielsen Show featuring Lieutenant Eric. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk.
.701 on the Nielsen Show. Thank you very much for joining us. We are coming at you from the Park MGM in Vegas as we have teamed up with YEG. That is the Edmonton International Airport. Nonstop flights to 50 destinations, almost half of them with professional sports teams that you can go cheer on with just an easy, direct flight. I think we might have actually, and I didn't look at it. I didn't look at the time, but I think we might have left our flight early yesterday.
Yeah.
I think we left early. We were boarding early and we left early, which is just to head to Vegas ahead of schedule was amazing.
No de-icing.
No.
A little turbulence, I guess. There was a few spotty.
It was actually one of the more turbulent flights I've been on.
That right?
I've
You
been
fly
on.
a lot,
I
right?
fly a lot, but for that little stretch there, we were bouncing around pretty good.
Yeah, when you grabbed my hand, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Well, that's what friends are for, right? To hold hands.
Hey, flying together.
Turbulent times.
We all got to sit in the same row, right?
Yeah,
Three
we're in
seats,
the same
three
row.
amigos there. Yeah.
It ended up being pretty good. So huge thanks to YEG and, of course, the LVCVA for hooking us up with a great time in Vegas so far. We got in around 8 o'clock last night, and we were extremely responsible. And here we are on the air for the first of 3 days down here in Vegas. Cool Bet Hotline of the day coming up. I says pardon and confessions a little bit later on as the Edmonton Oilers look to make it 17 in a row. It seems like it's been forever since we saw them play a hockey game, but we will get one tonight, and we will be there at T-Mobile Arena. Our hockey insider today, Craig Button, brought to you by Pro-Am Sports, your locally owned sports memorabilia and apparel specialists. You can find them just north of the Yellowhead on St. Albert Trail, 128th Ave, or visit them online at proamsports.ca. Like you, they are sports nerds too. AM Nasties as well. And I think Jack was just recently in Vegas as well from Pro-Am. So lots of people love it down here. Let's bring in Craig Button this morning. Craig, good morning. How you doing, sir?
I am doing really well. You guys had a nice, safe flight. That is amazing, really, when you think about February in Canada. You know, no de-icing, get off early.
I know.
I mean, it's almost, it's like unheard of.
It was weird. When we were driving down to the airport yesterday, Eric's like, "Do you think they'll have to de-ice?" I said, "I don't think this is going to require a de-icing." It was wild, and then to leave early, things really aligned nicely last night.
Craig, we got picked in the line to randomly get our bags. We cut the line. Everything
cut the line.
Just
it was great.
all clicking in.
It was nice. It was nice. So we are set up here at the Park MGM as we get set for the Edmonton Oilers and the Golden Knights tonight. Let's discuss both of these things. The Oilers have won 16 in a row, Craig. And I know you were talking, I think, on Right Show about some possible deadline targets, and we'll get into that in a second. But people are wondering, like, well, what happens tonight? Vegas is a stiff test. They haven't played in a while. Can they kind of pick up where they left off? But I kind of talked about it right before they went into this break. Like, the 16 games wasn't just on momentum. Like, they're just playing really good hockey right now, and that's something you should be able to pick up on, isn't it?
I'm not trying to trump you here, Dustin, but they're playing great hockey. And they're playing the style of hockey that you need to play come playoff time. I don't know. It's easy to talk about the offense with the Edmonton Oilers because it's never been a problem for them. They've never had a problem with offense, even when they were struggling at the beginning of the year. Everything was certainly tracking in the right direction. But the defensive play, and it's not just like the goaltender standing on his head or the defense group playing well. It's everybody. Everybody is playing so well. And on top of that, you don't see them chasing games. I mean, during this streak, they've been down in games 1-0, 2-0 at different points in time. And they just keep playing. They go, okay, we're just going to keep playing and we're going to not create any vulnerability for ourselves. Other teams are good. There's good teams in this league and they're going to get their chances. But Edmonton now is just playing a game that says, we know what we're capable of doing offensively. We're not going to create problems for us defensively. And to me, that is exactly what you need to do come playoff time. I mean, 24-3. 24-3 in their last 27 games. I mean, and when you look at 18 goals against in the last 14 games, I mean, if that doesn't scream playoff ready, I don't know what does. And playoff ready doesn't just mean when the puck drops. Playoff ready means you're ready to go deep. You're ready to go deep, and the Oilers are.
Corey Perry got one game under his belt. People were texting in a little bit earlier, asking us or suggesting that Corey Perry sort of introduces himself to this Edmonton-Vegas rivalry tonight. How much of an impact should we expect from Corey Perry for a couple of weeks as he kind of gets back up to speed at the NHL level?
Well, Corey Perry with the Montreal Canadiens played against the Vegas Golden Knights. So, I would say that every game for Corey Perry is something where he creates a rivalry. Like I am sure if he's playing checkers in the summertime, he's going to try to create some kind of rivalry so that he can get an edge.
Game of checkers,
Yeah, well, I mean, but it might not even be. He might just like have a crumb on his finger and flick it and hit you in the eye with it, right? Like you're playing checkers and distract you. I mean, that's what Corey does, and Corey's like his personality is such that he's abrasive, and you want that on your team, and you don't like playing against it because he is somebody that is going to rub the opposition the wrong way. And I think for the Edmonton Oilers, it's something that's so important for their team to have. And not only that, I mean, he's been there, done that. He's won everything. There's only one player that's won as much as him, and that's Scott Niedermayer. Nobody else has won as much as Corey Perry in every single regard. So, one game under his belt, we saw him introduce himself in that game. It's not going to change for Corey Perry because Corey Perry doesn't know anything different. That's what makes him unique, and that's what makes him so valuable.
Obviously, we've been keeping pretty good tabs on the Golden Knights over the last few years and some of the battles that they've had with the Edmonton Oilers. The biggest one, of course, in the postseason just last year. Is this the same Vegas team that we've seen the last few years here, Craig? Or they seem like a team that doesn't surprise you a lot? You kind of know what you're going to get against the Golden Knights, and should we expect more of the same here tonight?
I would say so. I mean, they're a team that when they're healthy, they're a hard team to play against. And one of the things, I know you mentioned it earlier. I mean, Mike Johnson and I last night were on Jay Onright, and we were just talking about what we thought the Oilers could use, and we both agree. And it's a 4-line team, 6 defensemen with length and shrink the ice, solid goaltending. They don't put their goaltender in bad positions, and when they're playing in that manner, it's a hard game. And I think for the Edmonton Oilers, we always talk about the benefits of going through the playoffs and lessons learned. And I believe that the Edmonton Oilers, having lost to the Vegas Golden Knights, remember, the series was 2-2 after 4 games. The Edmonton Oilers were in great shape after period 2 in game 5.
Yeah.
And
they had
a
lead in every single game. A lead in every game. Well, you have to bring this up again, but they did.
Well, I'm not sure, but it's about lessons learned, right? And when I watch the Edmonton Oilers, what I see is lessons learned from the experience versus the Vegas Golden Knights. That's why I think this game is such a great test. I don't think the Oilers have to win it. It would be nice for the Oilers to win, get 17 in a row, tie an NHL record. But I think that the way they're playing, they're coming into this game with confidence. I don't care if they've had a week off. They're coming in with confidence. There's a difference between believing you can win and knowing you can win. The Oilers are in the know they can win stage. And that's what you need come playoff time. That's the Vegas Golden Knights. They know they can win. I think that, you think about third and fourth lines. You think about that fourth line, Carrier, Waugh, and Kolasar. And that's where Mike Johnson and I went last night. If the Oilers could, fill out their forward group with a little bit more weight, a little bit more speed, if that's possible, deeper into their forward group, I think that makes them even a harder out come playoff time and makes them that much stronger. And when you're playing the Vegas Golden Knights, there's not a lot of room for error. And when you're playing the Edmonton Oilers right now, there's not a lot of room for error. I think, now watch, this game is going to be 7-6.
We'll take it. I mean, that'd be an entertaining game to be at.
Old style Oilers hockey. Craig, 37 games in 73 days. It does feel, given a week off, All-Star break, bye week, whatever you want to, but this is now playoffs, and playoffs for this team, I think, started too on this streak and kind of playing their way back into position. But you mentioned, though, the importance 4 lines, lots of games. Are you still kind of where you said, I think you said, adding something in that forward group, a little size, maybe a little speed, you're still kind of there, and maybe adding that one addition, really, you see that would be this finishing product of the roster, just one more addition to that bottom six, and that would be a real good Oilers team to kind of get into the stretch run and make a good push for the playoffs?
I do, Eric, and again, it's about being deeper and stronger. And when you look at teams that have won the Stanley Cup and have gone deep in the playoffs, you need to be deep in your forward group. It goes without saying you need solid goaltending, you need a good defense group, but you need to be deep in your forward group. Bruce Cassidy really felt that their third and fourth lines were the difference makers versus Edmonton last year. Well, I think that Holloway, Perry, Ryan McLeod, like that's a really good third line. If Dylan can hold his own and just contribute in that area. Now you have Connor Brown, you have Derek Ryan down in your bottom group, Janmark. But I would like
so today that bottom six.
I like the third line. I would like to get a little bit bigger and faster in the bottom 10, 11, 12 forwards. That's where I would like to get to. And it's not just bigger players that can make you uncomfortable. William Carrier makes you uncomfortable. Keegan Kolesar makes you uncomfortable. Keep in mind, in the Stanley Cup final last year, Bruce Cassidy had Keegan Kolesar out versus Matthew Tkachuk. So not only do you need players that allow the coaching staff to be comfortable with you out on the ice, you want them to make the opponents uncomfortable. That's the type of line that's the type of players I'm targeting. I'm not just targeting weight. I'm not just targeting. I want players that can be disruptive with their speed, disruptive that can unsettle you. That's the type of players that I would be looking for in this type of he's not available. I don't think he's available. Jordan Martinook of the Carolina Hurricanes. I mean, they need Jordan Martinook. But that type of player, that disruptive type of player that can make life really, really challenging. And because the speed is so good, that's no fun to go out on the ice. You don't want to give your opponent any rest, any ability to come out on the ice and go, okay, this will be an easier shift. You want every single shift to be hard. That's why you need depth in your lines, and that's what I'd be looking for if I were the Oilers.
Craig Button with us, brought to you by Pro-Am Sports. The Oilers will see what they do up towards the deadline. Both Vancouver and Winnipeg have already made significant moves, got a couple of bigger guys who would be available. Which one of those two teams, Craig, do you think still has more work to do on their rosters prior to the deadline?
I would say Winnipeg, and we're talking about a top defensive team in the league with outstanding goaltending. I'd like to try to see them get another defenseman that can play in their top two pairs. They can take some of the pressure off of Josh Morrissey. Josh Morrissey's a top number one defenseman, and if they could get another defenseman that can come in there and play some heavier minutes, harder minutes, and alleviate some of that pressure off of Josh Morrissey, I think that would be something that would really add to their group. I think the Vancouver Canucks are from the beginning of the year till now, Zadorov's been added, Lindholm's been added. I think they're in good shape. I think now Winnipeg with Monahan, just adding another defenseman that can play in that top four, I think would really help the Winnipeg Jets.
Craig, before we let you go, if the Oilers do win tonight, they would tie the 93 Penguins. Penguins actually ran this thing up to the end of the regular season. It was a 6-6 tie against the New Jersey Devils that stopped them from winning 18 in a row, final day of that regular season. Then they would be upset by the New York Islanders in the second round of the playoffs. Islanders would lose to the Habs. Habs would beat the Kings on an all-time run for the Montreal Canadiens. But that Pittsburgh Penguins team, 20-year-old Jaromir Jagr was fifth in scoring with 94 points. He was fifth on that team in scoring with 94 points. Mario had 160 in 60 games. Kevin Stevens had 111 points with 177 PIMs. Rick Tocchet had 109 points with 252 penalty minutes. And then Ron Francis had 100 points as well. I mean, that team was absolutely stacked. They won back-to-back cups. You remember anything about that 93 Penguins club?
Well, Scotty Bowman said it was the best of it was better than the two teams that won the Stanley Cup. What I remember is David Volek winning Game 7, and Ray Ferraro delivered the pass, and David. I worked with David in Dallas. He scouted for us, and he talked about that moment. Glenn Healy was the goaltender, and Glenn Healy was unbelievable. And you think about you think about a series, and you think about a team that was so good. And Scotty Bowman coached great teams, and for him to say that he thought that team was the best of those Penguins teams, and they lost. I mean, it's unbelievable. It also opened the door. It opened the door for the Montreal Canadiens and others, because everybody knew how good the Penguins were. So that's playoffs. It was a great upset, and I didn't have that off the top of my head. 4 100-point scores. Like it's unbelievable. It's like when you think about it, it's unbelievable. I thought it was a dead puck era in the 90s.
Yeah, apparently not. Larry Murphy had 85 points that season, and Joey Mullen had 70 points in 72 games, and he was so far behind the rest of that group. That was just a well-constructed team. We'll see if the Edmonton Oilers can match them tonight. Craig, we appreciate the time. Thanks a lot, and we'll chat with you next. Oh, by the way, hey, Chiefs or Niners? Who are you taking?
I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm all in on Travis and Taylor. I'm all in on Travis and Taylor all the way. Love that. Mahomes. I just finished watching the quarter. I don't know why I stopped. I watched quarterback, and then I picked it up. Fantastic documentary. And, hey, Patrick Mahomes to me is a game changer. And I'm going – and I'll tell you why. The San Francisco 49ers were in trouble in both their previous games. The Kansas City Chiefs weren't. And I think the Chiefs are going to win their second in a row, third in 4 years.
That's a great breakdown for me. Yeah, that'd be amazing, the run that they're on here. So, Craig, we appreciate it, man. You have a great week, and we'll talk to you next Tuesday.
Get to the Sphere.
Yeah, we were there last night. It was amazing. It was good. There we go. That is Craig Button. Craig Button joins us. How about that? First thing he says, get to the Sphere. And he's right. The Sphere was, at first, it was funny because we sit down, and it started just like on a huge screen, like not the whole thing, though. It was just like, the biggest movie theater you've been in, but I was like, I wonder if it's going to use the whole Sphere. And then the Earth just started coming at you. Spoiler alert here if you're going to see postcards from Earth, but the Earth just starts coming at you, and then it just grows and grows. And it was quite.
They truly make use of the whole Sphere.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was really weird. Is that at times, like as you're gliding around and they're taking you through the whole journey of Earth from the beginning to the future and all this stuff. I looked around and like the lights were on, and I could just like, but you're just like fully consumed in the show. It was eerie. It was good. That was a lot of fun.
It was outside, and you felt like you were outside.
Yeah. I think I think there would be shows that they could do that would like really blow your mind.
Oh yeah,
this was a nice show. Like it was a good show. But I'd like to see what they could really get up to there. I mean, they could really take that thing to another level. I would love to see a concert there too.
Even watching like a Drive to Survive or something.
Yeah.
Like in there.
Man.
Like a motor type of.
The Sphere lives up to the hype. I will say that. If you are going to hop on a direct flight from Edmonton International Airport, the YEG, and come on down here to Vegas, I would put the Sphere on the itinerary as they did for us down here. Nas 26 is in and says they only lost to the New York Islanders in Game 7 because Stevens smashed his face off the ice first 5 minutes of the game, and they lost in overtime. I remember as a young Montreal Canadiens fan watching that Islanders Penguins game at the El Dorado Hotel in Lethbridge. We had a huge room. I don't know why we got such a big room. Dad must have splurged at the time.
El Dorado.
HR Daddy was kind of a cheapskate, but anyway, we had a huge room, and I was playing mini sticks, and I knew when the Islanders scored that the Habs were going to win the Stanley Cup. Because I'm not sure they would have stopped the Pittsburgh Penguins, but I knew they were going to roll over the Islanders. And it was just a team of destiny. And seeing the Penguins get knocked off, it was like they had won the Stanley Cup. That was absolutely amazing. Jeffrey Taylor slides into the nasty chat here. McDavid, Draisaitl, Hyman, Nurse, and Skinner. 5 Hall of Famers.
There you go. Who plays Ron Francis in the
Ron Francis did get that mention.
Yeah, I love
that.
It.
Was nice. Ron Francis. Yeah, how about that team? This is like what the Oilers are chasing here. This is insane. Mario Lemieux. Oh,
thank you, Matty.
This is probably, I don't know if I've wanted a water this bad in a long time. Ethos. How much was this water, Matty?
I don't even want to know.
How much? I thought it'd be more, actually.
I don't want to know what the coffee was. We don't need to. Thank you very much.
$6.25 water, but it's worth
I'll
every penny.
later. Well,
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice water.
Oh,
So this Penguins team that the Oilers are trying to track down. Now the Oilers have had what, one? I think they've had one shootout win in this time, which would have ended in a tie. So I mean, if you want to put an asterisk on the streak, whatever, I don't care. Mario, Kevin Stevens, Rick Tocchet, Ron Francis, Jaromir Jagr, Larry Murphy, Joe Mullen, Sean McEachern had 61 points that year. Both Samuelsons were on this team. Dave Tippett was on that team. Marty Straka was, he played 42 games.
the Martin Straka.
Yeah. And then he was traded from Pittsburgh to Ottawa in 95. So he was on that team. Tom Barrasso played 63 games that year. I think I have seen people compare Skinner's workload to Tom Barrasso's in 93, which I don't know if we're still comparing those types of workloads. And Kenny Reggett played 25 games that season for the Pittsburgh Penguins. But, you know, that team didn't win the cup. And we still talk about them because of the streak.
Yeah.
So if
You do go down, there's a slot in history.
Taking your
for you,
place,
and you go
yeah,
right there.
the Oilers could be taking their place in history tonight. And yes, if they don't win the cup, I know many of you will still be like angry and stuff, but I don't know. I think it'd be something special if they can get that done tonight. Morning, fellas. With Vegas now becoming a sports town, we should all remember that the CFL was there first 30 years ago, featuring the start of Anthony Calvillo's career and the site of one of the worst butcher jobs of our national anthem ever, sung to the tune of "Oh Christmas Tree."
It's a real good point. Speaking of going down in history, that video as well, right? With Greg Bartholomew or whatever his name is, singing that anthem. No, we were talking too about, and just going back to the Oilers in history, doing it tonight here in Vegas. When the last time we were here was the first time they were here.
Yeah.
And think about all of the heights that were hit on that night. Right? The Oilers get the win. Darnell Nurse, the overtime. Connor
win.
McDavid celebrating his birthday.
His 21st birthday.
I do believe it all kind of transpired over a weekend. Like the last year's playoffs, yes, that happened, and that taste is still very alive in the mouth. But Oilers fans and the team coming down here, I think already some good memories made, and I look for that to continue tonight, adding to those memories with this streak and keeping it going in Vegas. The team, your nemesis that you need to knock off.
Your nemesis.
But it all sets up in a really fascinating storyline.
Let's just see here. Where's Doug Roach when we need him? There we are.
Play the whole thing.
Vegas. The nemesis. You got him.
Joey Bielik as he turns back. Looks like they're doing a little reverse that you might see in football. And here comes Bazin. He's got some speed. Split the D. Oh, what's he going to do? He's shooting the roof, Daddy. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Look at that. And there's the speed. And the old banana splitting Rudy. And, Vernon is rejoice as their nemesis. Steinbach. They get him in the overtime. Roof Daddy. As Bazin kept chugging as his speed helped split the D. And there's no slipping on a banana peel there as he went slipping upstairs there. A goal as Verdon is happy.
Steinbach.
YouTube Travis just
their nemesis got him. Vegas, their nemesis got him. That's a good one. If you are watching, I think I saw somebody watching earlier. If you're listening at EdmontonSportsTalk.com or on the free TuneIn app. If you're in Vegas, swing on by. We're on the second floor of the Park MGM, the conference room level, and you can swing on by. You can't miss us. We're in the corner with a huge light right in our face,
and a Gary Lawless in person.
So you'll be able to see us. And there goes Gary Lawless.
I
know when he's coming up the stairs, I'm like, oh my God, our white whale.
Well,
we've always referred to him as that. Dusty, that team didn't win a cup. The 93 season, did Montreal win the cup? Yes, that's what we said. We laid that out.
Did you not hear what he
They
said?
won the cup twice before that. They lost in 93. We just talked about this. With the loss to the Islanders. Islanders lose to the Habs. The Habs would beat Wayne Gretzky and the Los Angeles Kings. How did the Sphere show compare to Soaring Over California at Disneyland? That's in from Steven. Steven, I have to tell you, man, We did not do the soaring over California at Disneyland, so I can't tell you how it. I can't tell you how it compared. I would think it probably compared pretty good. I
Well,
think.
take any other. You're a traveled man with your CFL duties and Spengler Cups and all that. You've been to some weird hockey arenas and abroad. The Sphere doesn't compare. Hey, like this was I'm glad. Like I don't know if I'll ever get an opportunity or a chance to go there again on my own accord.
The one thing that we thought of was YouTube Trev being in the Sphere. We're like, can you? Because we were sitting there. I was sitting there being like, wow.
We
like,
were YouTube Trevin it.
Yeah. And we're like, man,
It's
can you
the best
imagine
thing.
what YouTube Trev would say if he got to be in the Sphere?
It's very big, Trev.
Yeah.
Huge.
Trev, you wait. Like, you got to go to the Sphere one day, buddy. It'll be the biggest sphere-shaped thing you've ever been
It's
in.
like
your
Commonwealth on HGH.
life. Yeah, pretty much. That was good. Strummy's in. It's a serious question, boys. Who do you see first, Tommy or Black Sedan guy?
I see Black Sedan guy every morning.
Yeah, we haven't seen Tommy yet. We've been in Vegas we've texted with Tommy. Tommy is in Vegas. He passed on the show last night because he was set up at Tom's Bar, or
Which
whatever.
gave you the seat buffer, actually.
Hey, good. I
Which
said
was
when we
a
sat down, I was like, I got the
game-changer,
Tommy
eh?
buffer, so nobody sat next to me. It was great.
Maddie had a few chatty Cathys next to him, I think, later on.
Did
in the
he?
show. Oh, yeah. It was good.
Yeah. Deep Fry 55 on the nasty chat says, I followed your bet for the Islanders over the Maple Leafs. Thanks for the free money. That one worked out well. We hit the dog. That was nice. It doesn't always work that way. Deep Fry, just so you know, we try to deliver winners every single day, but they're not all winners. Right? They can't all be winners. Be great if they were, but they're not. But we happened to hit a nice one yesterday. Got the parlay as well at 4-1 on the Rangers and the Islanders. Eric is in and says, guys, it's my wife's birthday. We're just up the strip at the Paris. Can we get a shout out? We the Sphere last night. The screen is unreal. Sounds and all. Great show. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
To Eric's wife.
Happy birthday.
Wow.
You can say it really loud in here.
Well,
hey,
are
nobody
you?
cares.
You doing a show tune?
This
on the
latte is
strip,
waking
eh?
me up now. Maddie Iwanek is the angel without wings.
Somebody was asking if we're going to hit up Fremont, and we will. On the itinerary tomorrow, a visit to a stadium swim down at the Circa. So we're looking forward to that as well. That should be pretty good.
That is a pool, hey?
Yeah. I think we'll probably be able to hit that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I brought my trunks.
Is it heated? I brought
Yeah,
trunks
yeah,
too,
yeah.
but I mean, it's kind of chilly out. But Surveyor Brett says we need proof of life with today's newspaper.
No, here. You want to
Hard
get
copy only.
Look, I'm getting conspiracy. Tom has been texting. We haven't seen him here. He had a day off yesterday for travel, and now we're down here today. And
He's at a place called Tom's Pub.
yeah,
Tom's Bar.
sounds very, very.
That
made
seems
up.
kind of.
Until I get until there's like a body here, I'm not buying it. I don't think he's down here at all.
Guys, it was at the game of Connor's 21st birthday at Beer House before the game. Word got out. The Oilers fans would sing happy birthday in 9:07 of the first period. Probably about 2,500 Oilers fans made it happen. It was glorious. I remember that.
Yep.
We were at Beer House before that game too. And I remember the conversation and I remember people doing it. That's a great poll. I remember that.
Add on to the lure of playing in Vegas.
Yep. Well, that's a good one. I like that one. We will be there as well. Krager says, just tuning in. You fellas sound like you had a great first night in Vegas. I think we sound pretty good. I think we all sound pretty good. 3.5 hours sleep last night. I think we're cruising. People are questioning whether Tommy's actually here.
No,
Has he
start the
posted
rumors.
anything
Start
on
the-
social?
That's just what I'm saying.
Nothing from Twitter.
Like you might get a few texts. Yeah,
He must have done something on Instagram. If Tommy hasn't done anything on Instagram, I'm going to question he's even here.
You know what? I've seen his parents
Here we are.
on
He did
Instagram.
he did do Insta.
Oh, he did a.
Wait, no,
Yeah, but it's not.
that's just from Hello
Yeah.
Hockey. According to this, Tom Gazzola might not even be here. What the heck?
I know his folks are. They went out last night. There was pictures of.
So his folks are posting
They're taking
stuff.
pictures of each other posing around the famous landmarks and everything.
What? Well, we'll find out today. Tommy's supposed to be here with DVD for the hangout at 9:00 Edmonton time. So we got a little bit of time there until he rolls in. Let's get to your cool bet hotline of the day. Can we find another dub? Let's slide on over to the National Hockey League tonight. You know where we are going the Edmonton Oilers and the Vegas Golden Knights. Let's take a look here. Player goals right now. Oh, my God. Connor McDavid plus 105. Plus money. A 97 against his nemesis?
His nemesis?
Got him.
With the big check.
Draisaitl plus 120. Hyman plus 136 to score tonight. Player points. Hyman minus 179. Draisaitl. You can't even get a McDavid point. It's too much. McDavid over 1.5 points. Plus 102 tonight. Evander Kane. Bouchard. Oh, a Bouchard point. Minus 119. Right up our wheelhouse.
Old man.
Let's go here. Bouchard. Minus 119 for a point tonight. That'll be your cool bet hotline of the day. I'll build a little EST parlay that will get boosted. It'll be up in the exclusive page over at Cool Bet, probably by lock shop time today. But let's go. Evan Bouchard with a point tonight. Minus 119. 119 Bouchard point tonight. If you have any suggestions on things you like to, I mean, obviously, because we only talk gambling on this show for 3 straight hours.
Gambling program.
If you have any other suggestions of things you want to see thrown into a parlay, we can definitely do that. I mean, we're going to throw Oilers money line in here. Bouchard point. What else do we throw in? McDavid over 1.5 points plus 102. That's usually not bad.
Their Perry penalty minute.
Plus 102. Perry crashes net over 3.5 times. Interesting. Yeah, so we'll build a little EST parlay. That'll be around for you a little bit later on. But right now, cool bet hotline of the day, Bouchard point minus 119. I will have your lock shop play that they posted on Coolbet socials later on this afternoon. That was the Islanders plus money dog last night, and that one ended up hitting as well. Coming up, I says pardon and weekly confessions. That's all on the way before 8 o'clock. After 8 o'clock, we're jammed. Kind of easy trivia. 3 questions too many. Joaquin Gage, Lisa Motley from the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. You'll be by around 8:30 today. And then the wrap for William Huff. EST is live in Vegas, courtesy a non-stop direct flight from YEG, WestJet and Flair taking care of these trips. And we are excited to be here. We're just getting started. We're going to be live on location Wednesday and Thursday as well. Second floor of the park, MGM. Let's get to a sports update with Lieutenant Eric. Is wailing the wolf around? Where's the closet? Let's see what we can do. Boys, did you come with? We'll find out.
Oilers and Golden Knights tonight from Las Vegas as Edmonton look to make it 17 wins in a row. Tom Gazzola and YouTube Trev will have your Oil Stream pre- and post-game shows live from Las Vegas. Coverage beginning tonight, 6:30, right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Oilers and Golden Knights. It's one of 8 games around the league tonight. Last night, Islanders topping the Leafs 3-2 and Rangers over Colorado 2-1 in overtime. Oil Kings play game 2 of their 6-game road trip tonight in Moose Jaw, while Calgary hosts Drumheller in the lone AJHL game. Over to the NBA, the Raptors blown out last night by the Pelicans 138-100. 7 games around the association later tonight. Raptors road trip continues tomorrow with a stop in Charlotte. Sports update brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and Mitch Lewicki. You know how some people are good at golf?
Yep.
He's not.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button. Thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda.
Cross your heart and hope to die. Move your lips, tell another lie. If you're going to curse, choose your words wisely. Break up the dirt, show me your sins. I wanna know where you've been. And if you tell me first, we can do this quietly. Or we can do it loud.
EST House Band, Whale and the Wolf. Nice of the boys to join us here in Vegas as well. Like they just like a good time. I love to see Whale and the Wolf like on a marquee at the Mirage, for a month.
The old residency, hey,
yeah.
like Maroon 5.
That would be good. If you are listening on TuneIn or at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, you can text us, obviously. Just fire us a text, 780-218-9999. That will get you into the Paris Jewelers inbox where you could win text of the day for A and W. Nasty Chat is cruising along today, and we'll get to those. I see that one message in there from Todd Gack that says, changing 500.
Todd Gack. What a handle
changing Todd Gack, that's from a movie, isn't it?
Seinfeld,
yeah.
Gack,
who was Todd Gack? He was
one
like
of the
a longer face, like
but
with the hair like a Buddy Holly look almost.
I think, did he give Elaine the mattress
from Todd Gack?
Or they went out with his folks for supper? I know Kramer at the end, you Gack, and he gives him that sack with all the coins filled up. You Gack, boom, right in the chest.
Oh, that's too good. I like it. All right, let's dive into I Says Pardon for Lawyer Central. Brought to you by Lawyer Central. Get a clean slate for an affordable rate. Everybody makes stupid mistakes. If you're still paying for your stupid mistake, you don't have to. Visit www.lawyer-central.com/pardons. Call 1-888-288-8177 to find out more about getting a pardon and get your life back on track with Lawyer Central. I had an I Says Pardon from the plane last night on the way down to Vegas. I was watching a show. You were reading the one book. Maddie was reading a book on soccer tactics.
Yeah.
That was he's having a coffee, reading a book on soccer tactics. But then the I Says Pardon for me is I look over and he's doing a Sudoku book. I'm sitting there. I looked over. I Says Pardon on the way down to Vegas. Maddie Iwanek, because only Maddie Iwanek can do, had a Sudoku book. Most people like maybe play on the phone now or whatever, but he had the Sudoku book out. And he was doing medium level puzzles. Medium level puzzles, which part of me was a little jealous because I did like Sudokus when they were first kind of blowing up. Got into the Sudoku game a little bit, but it was just a very Maddie Iwanek thing to do. We're about 2 hours into the flight. You and I had a couple of drinks already, and Maddie's sitting there doing Sudoku. And you'd never seen Sudoku before. You kind of had to explain it to you.
My brother likes to play it in his spare time, but
I've
never known the rules. I've never kind of looked into it. I find it a pretty interesting game. But how do you like that, eh? Flight to Vegas. You got me reading a Star Wars rom-com novel, and then Maddie with soccer tactics brushing up on. It's bad enough for reading and those types of books too. Like it could have been John Grisham or something like that. But and then he pulls out the Sudoku to really you think, well, how can this get any more?
How can this get more Maddie?
Yeah, and there we go with that. No, it was good, and I got him a beer, got him a coffee, but and the medium, so that's hard, hey? Like
I mean, the
beginner is
the medium. The medium. I mean, that's my level. I don't like doing the hard Sudokus. The easy ones are too easy. You can kind of cruise through those, just like boom, 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 boom. Medium it's a nice wheelhouse there. But on the flight down to Vegas, doing a Sudoku from a game with a coffee, I Says Pardon.
Quite the flex.
What are we doing here? That was kind of a tough one.
Did HR Daddy authorize any bottle service at a trendy club for you boys? That text flies in from Jasmine this morning.
Well, Jasmine, that's a great question. And I'm guessing the answer is probably no. We hit Chili's yesterday, and I was like, boys, I'll get it. We'll put it on the company card. And I know my dad's going to be like, what's this?
First expense you haven't even left.
Have you seen the movie Whale of the Wolf of Wall Street? Remember Jordan Belfort's dad? He's like, Jordan, you can't be doing this. You can't be spending money. $50,000 here, $50,000 there. That's HR Daddy. Like, that's how I view my dad. He's just, I know he's going to text today and be like, what's this $133 at the Chili's? What was that for? Calm down. Everything's going to be fine. Chris to 780-218-9999. Chris with a K checking in from San Diego.
Hey,
wearing my EST hoodie. Ooh, off to San Diego. Hey, was this a SeaWorld trip? A Legoland trip? The zoo? Like, what are you doing? What are
I
you
do
doing
like
in
the San Diego trip while everybody is here watching the Oilers take on the Knights of
Yeah.
17, and he's in San Diego. Love it.
You know, it's
Flying the flag.
Hender's Pancakes in the Nasty Chat says, Dusty goes to the poker room and says, give me 3 stacks of high society. Right out of Rounders. I almost watched Rounders on the flight down last night.
Now, that would have been a nice one, too.
Trev asked me, he goes, are you gonna gamble? Or maybe it was Zach to come before I left yesterday. And I said, well, I do like to play in poker tournaments.
Yeah, you entered one last time.
I'd have to settle in. Let's say after the Oilers game tonight, I go settle into a late night poker tournament and get into a real good session, they call it. Let's say I get, and they move them along pretty quickly, actually, I guess. I was going to say, could I be done in time to be here for the 5 a.m.? Like, could I roll right in here fresh out of a poker tournament if I go on an all-time run? That'd be,
Would we have to come and get you is the question. Eh?
Well, I'm not leaving if I'm still still into
can't.
the tournament, right? So
we bring the show there.
Yeah. Mark is in and says, I listen to you guys every day in Kitimat, BC. We do not have Kitimat on the map yet. Kitimat it. Zacticum. Pay attention. Tommy thought he was at the Sphere in Vegas, but he was actually at the Zedler Dome at the TELUS World of Science. Hey, where are you guys? I'm already here.
Oh, cool.
I'm not going to believe that Tommy's going to be here for the hangout until he's sitting on this couch.
Until I feel his breath on me.
Until he's sitting on this couch.
It's all fake. It's all phony.
Van Owen is in and says, if you F1 nasties haven't checked out Speed Vegas, what are you even doing there? I've never heard of Speed Vegas.
Well, the
What
only
is that?
Formula One tie-in we have was seeing some of that merch on display at the airport. There,
Oh.
showing up, eh?
That was that was good.
Way overpriced for yeah.
Yeah, I mean, F1 merch is overpriced at the best of
Exactly.
times. But Vegas Airport
Ooh.
F1 merch might be a little bit out of our price range. Not even Gager would splurge for that, I don't think.
No.
We're going to get into confessions. If you have any confessions, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999, or hit us up in the nasty chat as well. I have a liner for confessions the boys sent me last night. All right, here we go. Confessions are brought to you by Spectrum Rental, where they confess to believing that Ron Francis might not even be a top 5 overall Penguins player. NSO, no specific order. Nice usage, boys. Lemieux, Yager, Crosby, Coffee, and then Trottier, Malkin / Francis, all in one line. Spectrum Rental. The only thing hotter than their takes are their construction heaters. Right? You want to heat things up? Construction heater. Spectrum Rental. Everybody on site will be working so much more because they're going to be like, oh, I'm so warm. Where did you get this convenient construction heater? And they're going to say Spectrum Rental. That's where they got it, where they also don't think Ron Francis might not be a top. And it's interesting. Belinesky's going to lose his mind.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's going to kill him.
He's got the caps lock on.
Here we are in Vegas still debating the Ronnie Francis thing. Unbelievable.
Well, he's been brought up a few times. Unsolicited this morning.
Yeah.
You can't help but talk about the guy. Chosen in the recent EST draft as well. Thank you very much. I just say this.
All right. What are we confessing today? What are you confessing? 70
I feel
work
bad.
confession, life confession, bunch of confessions. What are you confessing? 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999.
I confess I have nothing to confess.
What?
I've spent a night
From
here.
Vegas?
Well, just because we've all been together the entire time. We
Yeah.
know what we're doing
except
inside
with your
and
little
out.
journey last night.
That was one
Yeah.
time I kind of got up, but you know me. I am the one to peel off every once in a while.
He's-
and then
he's a wanderer.
Yada yada. You
He's
don't
a
see me doing the
wanderer.
thing. But no, I knew. You know, so I was just looking for food and sustenance. But no, nothing. Like I didn't even did a couple laps. Nothing. There's nothing. And I know whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas and all that. But obviously, what a little juicy confession. Maybe if we were going home on a Tuesday, we'd probably have a little more to. What did you do? Anything in the room? Like
Nope. I fell asleep watching The Big Short, just
Yeah.
like I do at home.
Like I don't know. I must confess that the suite that I have and the suite that Iwanic has, our curtains go up automatically.
Yeah.
Press a button, and one's called Roman. They have names for like the curtains. It's really, and then his It's just a string.
I have to use the string.
String.
These guys got these fancy buttons. I'm at the room in between them. It makes no sense how
It really
one room
doesn't. I
has the
don't know.
motorized curtains and the other one has the motorized curtains, but mine, I don't have. I have to physically, like manually pull these curtains up.
I confess, I feel a little bad for you because it's a hell of a perk.
I usually sleep with the like the curtains completely closed at all hotels, but last night I left them up just to see that
Good night, Vegas.
that's
Good night,
that
Vegas.
city skyline.
Yeah.
You know, it was that was good. You know, I guess my other confession will be, and this is nothing against the show at the Sphere last night because it was amazing.
You were
But
I
was very tired.
Yes.
I was very tired. We were very relaxed. And I think I dozed off once. I was sitting there because like this whole Sphere is just coming at you. And a couple of times I was just like,
well, I saw you.
I didn't know if
can I let them. There was a moment where you got a little spooked.
Yeah.
And you know which one it was?
that bug?
No, but good because a lot of people jumped on that one.
Yeah,
The
there's
spider,
a bug that came flying at you.
It comes on the camera, but the hot air balloon.
Ah,
Because it's a change of scene, and you're not it goes from quiet, and then they're like revving up that flame,
and
it's
like
right
you're
on
in the hot
top
air
of you,
balloon.
and you were like, ugh.
Yeah. Maybe it was just like a lurch, but a couple times I was just like
sprung you back into.
And I was like, whoa, what's going on? It was
But I could
it was
see.
good.
Look, if you have a real relaxing show, you could get a great sleep there. Just kind of how it's all around.
Oh,
you,
yeah.
the sound like it's.
If I lived here, because I used to go like before,
Yeah,
I used to go nap in movie theaters
back
all
row,
the time.
yeah.
Like Endgame, like big loud movies. I was just so tired there for a stretch that I'd just go to the theater and sleep. I would love to have like a season pass to the Sphere and just go sleep.
Yeah,
it would be amazing. You're fully consumed and everything. It's just like, oh, perfect. Boom.
It's as close as you get to like a
Mind you, it's probably
massage.
too damn loud to actually make that.
Well, yeah, but like a
make
soft,
that
soothing-
happen.
They had that screensaver on
Yeah.
the show, and that wasn't that bad.
Yeah. Dustin with a Y says falling asleep during a movie or show. Classic dad move. Well, we'd been up at that point for
Long
like
day.
20, 21 straight
Long
hours.
day.
It was just like, okay.
You're
It
sitting.
was a scene, man. It was the mood I was in, and it was it was really good. Really good. I was a little surprised when that Sphere show started, when they first took you kind of out over the like anytime you went over a ledge and you're back in the it was it was a little scary. It was a
me
little
away, man.
scary. It was pretty good. This text and it says audio is not synced. How lewd. Sorry about that, guys.
But somebody
How lewd.
Somebody said it was for Button though when he was on, so he was.
It's day one. The
Yeah.
fact that we're actually on the air and our audio obviously streaming nicely at TuneIn or at EvansSportsTalk.com. We're going to take that as a dub.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap that as a dub. We'll probably reset things. We don't mess with it now, halfway through the show already, but we'll probably reset things for the hangout because we got to make some more room here for Tommy if
We're
he
doing
shows up.
multiple shows with multiple
Yeah.
people, and we brought a golf bag with us. Hey,
We did bring a golf
we brought
bag
a
with
golf
us.
bag.
We got a weird look at the airport yesterday. We were there was a liquor store at the airport. We were picking up some White Claws for the hangout because it's brought to you by. I went and picked up some Bud Lights as well. And the one guy ahead of us in line is looking at a Wannick because the Wannick's pulling around this golf bag. He goes, did he bring his golf clubs? We're like, no, it's actually just broadcasting equipment. Like, oh, okay, totally makes sense. Bring a bunch of
Gets people
broadcast
talking though.
equipment
Hey,
in there.
turns the neck.
Yeah,
He knows what he's
think
doing.
so.
He's
Feel
creating
like,
the buzz, right? Like,
What's going on here? Yeah. All right.
Is that guy with one arm golfing in this weather?
You can text us anytime, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. And you can hit us up in the nasty chat as well with your confessions. Maddie wanted nothing to confess so far.
He's been a very good guy and
Yeah.
a good travel companion. Like, nothing. Again, we've all been like attached to the hip. The
Yeah.
itinerary suggests, which is not a bad thing, but we're
Yeah.
not. Like, I don't unless maybe Maddie went out too. Like,
you
we don't
imagine,
know.
huh?
Once the doors close, we're all kind of to our own, devices.
It would make sense.
He's so chipper
because
this
he's
morning.
such a great mood this morning.
And he's never. You go to the station. Hey, Maddie, how you? Like,
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's not even like I'm putting it on heavy. Good morning, Matt. And
If he's in the morning, in place of YouTube Trev, and we roll in and we're like, "Hey, Maddie, good morning." He's like, "Oh," and he doesn't really talk till like 7:30.
But this morning,
Today
he's asking the questions.
Yeah, he's texting us. He goes,
Everybody
"Who's
sleep
coming to
well?"
help me carry stuff?" I'm like, "What? What is going on here?" Maybe he Maybe he didn't sleep last night.
Hey, you can get lucky in more than one way. Than
Matty
Vegas,
Iwanek in Vegas, eh?
Yeah, guy.
My goodness. But
Hey,
yeah, the hangout coming up today, then the lock shop, 2 guys and a goalie. Hangout will be right here. Well, it'll all be right here in our nice little corner spot, second level of the Park MGM. And we will see what ends up happening for the hangout. But Gazzola is supposed to roll in with DVD. If I was DVD, I would not have committed to this.
Well, again, it's a big talk last night. Oh yeah, well, sure, yeah, a couple drinks, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whatever. But you getting a sense like people are kind of
No. We're gonna be fine. I think we're gonna be fine.
people looking.
Well, you know what? If anybody comes over and is like, you guys need to move, we'll just give them a lanyard.
I just
People
kinda
love
like it,
the
though.
lanyards.
I like the posting up randomly here and just. And you're right, it is a sweet spot. Nice psychiatrist couch. All these chairs are beautiful. Can you imagine these for a hangout? Spare no expense for hangout on the road here.
No, that's a really good point. This guy's on his he's on the mic here. He's on the walkie-talkie. I do know they said that there were tables up on this floor that were first come, first
You
served.
saw a guy doing it yesterday.
And we are first come,
I just think
first
they're so
served.
amazed that we're up at this hour.
Yeah.
In this place.
Who are these idiots that are almost 2 hours into their show and it's still 6:51 in Vegas this morning? Belineski says, what's the over-under on Tommy's parents coming on the hangout today?
You know what? I'd welcome that.
I'd probably say not coming on there, but popping by. Popping by for hugs and a hello. That would be great.
If they'd like to, yeah.
That would be great.
I mean, they experienced Vegas last night.
Yeah, they were.
We don't know if Tommy did.
Oh, Tommy would have
Unconfirmed. Unconfirmed. I don't know. I haven't seen him. Prove to me he's down here. I won't believe it until that happens.
No social posts.
Not an instant. Nothing.
Nothing.
What a ruse.
All right, keep those messages rolling in. Guys, is the EST Hangout going to be hosted at the Spearmint Rhino today? No, it'll be
Not today.
It'll be posted right here.
But yeah, come by if you're in the neighborhood or around. I mean, obviously the hangout start time is a little later, so if you are waking up, if you're down here, why not come hang out?
Yeah,
right?
Come by, see the boys. I think I'll probably be sneaking back for a little mid-morning nap, pre lock shop nap
for a while too. Hey,
do you think Maddie's sleeping right now?
For the hangout, probably,
yeah. He's sleeping right now for sure. Boys, what's the view from your present seating arrangements?
Well, there's escalator up and down, a flight of stairs
to the right,
kind of in the middle of the room here, and we're in the corner.
And then there's another lounge area like the one we're in over there, except bigger.
I like this room.
Washrooms to our left, guest elevators straight ahead.
Multiple points of exit and entry, so you can always there's always an escape if somebody were to.
And it's nice and quiet. It's nice and quiet. I think
as
there's a conference that's going to be starting though, probably around 8 o'clock. These guys are probably here for early setup.
That's what it is.
They're here for early setup. And then it's rolling. I hope this conference over here rolls out a buffet breakfast. And we're gonna say, hey, you want to throw us a couple plates? That'd be great.
Well, you do. We'll pump them up here and here.
Yeah. Then the latest shtick around here is, you guys in town for Super Bowl? Nope. That's it. I'm going to stop giving them no, we're here for the Oilers game. You guys in town for Super Bowl? Nope, not at all. What's that? What's going on with that? What's the Super Bowl?
The Super what?
Yeah. Is that a football game?
No, we're from Canada.
Is the local team in it?
Yeah. Ooh.
That would be pretty good. There he is. Matty Iwanek still lives.
Hey,
we thought maybe you went to sleep for a little bit, Matty. He's doing work upstairs. Look at this guy. Did you sleep last night? We're thinking maybe you did sleep last night because you're in such a great mood this morning.
I love it.
He's overtired. That makes sense. It's also a pretty good claim. Somebody said, "Are you guys going to ride the roller coaster in New York, New York?" I am not. I am not.
I don't.
You guys could hop on it.
I don't really roller coaster. If you have time.
Oh, Matty says he'll do it if they have time.
What about the big Ferris wheel?
Big Ferris wheel too. That's not bad. This is big news right here. The Edmonton Oilers have actually made the front page at tsn.ca.
Get out.
Can you believe that? That's pretty big news. The Leafs played last night.
Does the caption say Oilers emerge from All-Star break with playoff type mindset?
Nope. It says Oilers attempt to match longest win streak in NHL history.
Oh, with a Golden Knight
versus the Golden Knights.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I always look at the photo accompanying it because I think it tells a tale.
You think that's still kind of
come on,
shooting them down a little bit?
I thought this was Canada. But yeah, that's big. Getting that tsn.ca front.
Yeah, no, that's I mean it's game time.
Yeah, well.
It's game time.
You know you've made it.
Against the Golden Knights. They do look to match history. We have this discussion the 6 o'clock hour. Does 17 in a row matter to you? Are you
well, and if so, why? What does it? Is it just you like the number 17? You like win streaks? Is it this team specifically tonight? That 17 would be like,
it's against Vegas. It's
a lot of things match up. I said too, I think this is another chapter in lots of great story writing that this team is doing down here in Vegas, outside of the playoffs from last year. But going back to the original maiden voyage here and the trip that we had for Connor's birthday and Darnell Nurse scoring in overtime and everything. I mean, why not get 17 on these guys tonight? We
don't say that.
Why? Tommy's not here to do anything about it. I'd say we.
Your brother texts in. Lucas in a red Ford Ranger says, "Start telling people you're down there covering the CFL free agency tampering window."
Might get all this down here quicker than we assumed.
What are you guys doing down here? Super Bowl? Nope. CFL free agency tampering.
One guy goes, "Oh, the window's
Oh,
open."
Oh, good. Yeah, window's open. I heard about Hardrick. What? That would be terrific. I'd love to see that.
Well, a little news though: defensive end Brandon Barlow and the Tiger Cats agreeing on terms. So a little bit of fiddling for you.
From Toronto to the Hammer.
Yeah.
What do you think of Hardrick actually going to the Riders?
Yeah, you guys informed me of this late last night or whatever.
When we were at Chili's yesterday, we told you.
I don't know. It's kind of feels to me sometimes you're chasing these things in terms of signing a guy. It's a 2-year deal. Expected to sign a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
Like I was telling Maddie too, sometimes with those lines, it is the unit. And you take one piece of the unit. Who's to say that one piece is going to go on and
Hardrick's not bringing Stanley Bryant.
He's on the wrong end of his career, age-wise, arguably, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. So maybe you're kind of, but big guy, big hoss, and they've needed help on that offensive line for sure.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I mean, doing Riders games for the last 2 years, they're constantly talking about their American tackles and how they couldn't find. They could always get those Canadian guys in the middle of that offensive line, but finding the American tackles, the Riders just continued to fail on that. So obviously, getting Jamarcus Hardrick from the Bombers could end up going a long way. But you make a great point. Like, you're not bringing the
on a
same
championship team too. That's another every year we're like, this Bombers team getting older and older and older, and when's it going to finally? And maybe we're seeing a few cracks now developing. But I don't know. It's interesting. And again, but 2 players right there, and we said with Barlow here, just rivalries. That's what I love too. Like, it's just kind of you cross the divide and play for the rival.
Man, I like the idea of telling people we're here for CFL free.
It's brilliant.
Agency.
No, that's what we're running with now. Maddie, you heard that? Hey, if anybody asks what you're doing down here, why you're here,
CFL tampering window. This is the place.
Without a doubt, look them right in the eyes and just the curly Pinties.
Yeah, here for the Pinties. Just say the Pinties
on this weekend. Pinties.
Here for the Pinties. That's it. 780-218-9999. That's a good one.
Latif has a confession if you'd like to test your hand.
Go ahead, give it to me.
Boys, I have a confession. I just want you to know that I'm very jealous of you that you're in Vegas getting to watch the Oilers tie the NHL record for longest winning streak in history at the end of February. You can be jealous of me as I'll be going to Nashville.
Ooh.
But not directly. I have to go through my favorite airport in Canada, Pearson. Atif. No real punchline there, but
Atif will be at our Super Bowl party, or as we're referring to it, the 1 week celebration of CFL tampering opening. We'll be there at the Century Casino Sports Bar and Lounge discussing all of the rumored signings.
Yeah, it kind of caps the tampering window. Hey,
Yeah, that's it. Because then we wait for free agency.
Yeah.
So that'll be a big one as well. We did get confirmation yesterday that it is the hottest ticket in town for the Super Bowl, as it is completely sold out. All of the tables have been spoken for, and we are going to have a great time. We've actually had a number of people actually text us and be like, got my room booked.
That's a smart play.
Yeah, I mean, it is a smart play.
Play for the day. You got to set yourself up for success. But if you are looking for something to do Super Bowl late, I mean, get at us. We might be able to find you.
So there's a few chairs kicking around, maybe still
squeeze you in, whatever. But yeah, it's good to see. And again, for a Super Bowl that you and Maddie selfishly here, we thought maybe, if the Lions are in it, it'll be the Dustin Bowl.
I'm 100% hate watching the Super Bowl. Like I'll be betting on it,
but in terms
I'm
of
not cheering for either team.
Yeah. You bet on it, but no horses for us in the race.
No.
I mean, the Chiefs, Niners, it doesn't really get me up. But it's good to see that we are already a week out packing that place, Century Casino Sports Bar and Lounge. So do whatever you got to do. Get down there. I know lots of giveaways during the year. We'll have a hell of a day planned for us, I'm sure.
Smitty the Welder says 100% 17 win streak is way bigger than Gagne's 8-point night. 17 is a league record. Yes, it would be. It will be. But don't you ever throw shade at Sam Gagne's 8-point night. Like, what did Sam do to you? How does Sam have to get wrangled into this?
What are you, Chris
That
Knobloch?
doesn't seem right. All right, if you would like to play kind of easy trivia this morning.
From Vegas, hey?
Yeah, we're in Vegas. Who wants to win? Who wants to win something?
Say that again, right? Like
kind of easy trivia in Vegas right now. Who wants to play? Text YouTube Trev 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Text Trev and let him know that you want to play kind of easy trivia this morning. 780-218-9999. We've got a gift certificate to Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. You'd think Vegas does steak right. Mr. Mike's does steak right. 780-218-9999 if you want to play. If you have any questions for 3 questions too many, we do need one more. So fire that over here to same number, 780-218-9999, or on YouTube. First of all, hammer the thumbs up, sub to the channel if you haven't yet. We're just getting started with Edmonton Sports Talk. And if you have a question for 3 questions too many in the Nasty Chat, feel free to throw that in there as well. Oilers, Golden Knights, Oilers in general, Super Bowl week, CFL tampering window, Vegas questions in general, the Sphere, whatever. Fire those over our way. We are here live in Vegas, courtesy YEG, the Edmonton International Airport, direct flights on both Flair and WestJet from Edmonton to Vegas. It was like, 3 hours, cruised on down, couple of bevies, you land, perfect. Terrific trip. Gager's on the way in hour number 3. We're also going to catch up with Lisa from the LV CVA. Lisa Molly's going to join us, and we're going to talk about Vegas becoming a sports destination as opposed to just being old Sin City. We're going to get into that in hour number 3 as well. Let's get to a sports update for Clayburn Services. If you are looking for work, look no further. ClayBurnServices.com. Start a career with them. And look, I'll just say how it is. Make a ton of money at Clayburn Services quick.
Edmonton Oilers back on the ice tonight down here in Vegas, looking to make it 17 wins in a row. You can join Tom Gazzola and YouTube Trev later on tonight for the Oil Stream pre- and post-game shows. Once again, live from Vegas. Our coverage begins at 6:30 right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Keep it locked at Edmonton Sports Talk throughout the morning and afternoon as our coverage from Vegas will continue. Oilers Knights, one of 8 games around the NHL tonight. Regular season got back underway last night with a pair. Islanders over the Leafs 3-2 and the Rangers over the Avs 2-1 in overtime. Oil Kings play game 2 of a 6-game road trip tonight. They're in Moose Jaw to battle the Warriors. Calgary hosts Drumheller this evening in the Lone Age AHL game. Over to the NBA, 7 games dot the schedule tonight. The Raptors are in Charlotte tomorrow. Raptors picking up an L last night. New Orleans dropping a 138-100 decision to the Pelicans. This sports update brought to you by Clayburn Services. Take your career to the next level with Clayburn Services. They're hiring all positions, including journeyman bricklayers and apprentices of all levels. Take advantage of their outstanding mentorship program and work with peace of mind, knowing they are an industry leader in safety. Visit www.clayburnservices.com or make it easy. Give Jeff a call, 780-910-6728.
The watch. What's going on, everybody? Thank you very much for joining us. It is Dusty and Lieutenant Eric, the AM Nasty, on the scene at the Park MGM in Vegas. You can text us anytime. Paris Jewelers inbox, 780-218-9999. How did we get here? How many flights did we take to get here? One. They call it direct. They call it nonstop. And you can take advantage of it too.
And we kind of left a little early, to be honest.
We left early.
I think we made here in record time.
It was the smoothest flight ever. Like, it was. I don't want to. Like, I travel a lot.
Yeah, right.
So I've had some delays. Actually, you know what? This year's CFL season, I only had 2 flights delayed. I fly every single weekend. Like, it was pretty good. And one of those was, I think, in Winnipeg coming home. So blame Winnipeg. And yes, they do have an airport. It's not a funny joke anymore. But yeah, we got away early. I boarded. I was just like, zone 2, let's go. And Maddie sitting back. He goes, I'm going to wait. But you came with me. And then Maddie rolled in.
Yeah.
We boarded nicely. Everything worked well. We took off early.
I even had to get my passport verified.
Yeah, passport
they called me on the intercom.
Maddie's got the numbers. We left 13 minutes early and landed in Vegas
23 minutes
11 minutes early.
Free time, eh? Like,
that's insanely efficient.
Yeah.
That's great. It was awesome. Then we land. By the time we got off the plane, our luggage, the golf carry bag with all our equipment was just sitting there waiting. It was great. It was I'll say this, travel-wise, very smooth trip so far, which has been outstanding. You can fly direct to these sports destinations if you want. Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, Vancouver, Winnipeg, Denver, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Minneapolis, Nashville, Orlando, Phoenix, San Francisco, Seattle. There you go. One flight. Go watch your favorite team play. Maybe even a road game for your favorite team. But you can make it direct, so you don't have to stop. You don't have to worry about bags here or there. Traveling direct is just way, way easier. YouTube Trev, who's going to play Kind of Easy Trivia today, buddy?
Sup, boys? Today we have Russell.
How are things back at the office?
Yeah, it's great. I don't mind. It's a little quiet. Wi-Fi is running a little quicker today, so that's nice. But yeah, everything's going good. It's nice and warm in here, and yeah, it's been a good start to the day.
Is Tommy in yet?
Yeah, Tommy. Actually, I'm just joking. No.
Is Zach to come in?
No,
he's got it.
Zach to come.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Zach.
So.
Boys are away. Zach to come and
play. Yeah, interesting. So I'll let you. Obviously, I'll keep you in the loop of things.
Yeah, let me know when the Zacticum gets in. That would be great. All right, Russell is going to play Kind of Easy Trivia today, looking to get his hands on a gift certificate to Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual, the casualest place ever. We're talking of all time. Hampton Inn on the corner of 137th Ave and Mark Messier Trail. They do have the 6 o'clocker lager on tap. Had a good 6 o'clocker lager joke actually at the airport last night.
A 6 o'clocker lager joke?
Yeah, when we're in the liquor store.
Like
some guy comes by, he goes, they got the 6 o'clocker lager. It was Christian, I think. We met him. And I said, oh, not yet. That's what I did. Bold statement.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Get that in the duty free, hey?
That would be 6 o'clocker lager, duty free. Cam from Alley Cat, if you're listening. Can we make that happen?
Get her in there.
Scott from Sobeys. Can we make that happen? That'd be awesome. All right, Russell is going to play. Needs to get 3 out of 5 correct. Russell, good morning. You ready to go?
Let's go, Russell.
I'm ready.
Have you been to Vegas before, Russell?
I have. It's been a long time, but yeah, it'd be a really cool place to be today, no doubt.
It is a very cool place to be today. That's well said, Russell. Here we go. I'll start the ticker after read the first question. You need 3 of 5. Good luck. Here we go. Who do the Edmonton Oilers play tonight?
Vegas Golden Knights.
Which 2 leagues have teams in Vegas?
NFL, NHL.
Name 1 player on the Golden Knights.
Jack Eichel.
What position does Devontae Adams play?
Center.
Who has more points, McDavid or Eichel?
McDavid.
Got it.
Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are? I am. Get it right.
You can't have a newcomer come in and steal the show.
That's a patent.
Oh, we've been strong. We're just playing by the rules.
Ooh, you better believe that's a patent.
And I was in Miami with my new beach house. Well, it was a couple minutes from the beach.
That's a patent.
The first year, we took it to the limit.
Take it to the limit.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
Matty Wanek just rolling around with a case of White Claws.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. You gonna crack those bad boys, Matty? Or I have one. I'll have one.
Yeah,
I'll have a little White
Claw. Get going back on that train. Though.
Right? As my good friend Brent Sake once said, you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
More Sake quotes, eh?
Is there black cherry? I'll take a black cherry. That'd be good. We're allowed to just drink these right here?
Yeah, well,
Is that okay?
it's the
Yeah,
same, right?
yeah, okay, yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, they'd have to chug it.
I'm
which would
sorry,
be
sir.
good.
I thought I was in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Sorry, sir. I thought I was in
I
Las
thought that was
Vegas.
Las
Is this wrong? Yeah. What's it?
Blackberry.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
White Claw, presenting sponsor of the Hangout, also partially sponsoring the Vegas trip.
Cash asks, did Gazzola get held back in Yeg too?
Gazzola's here. Did he text?
I don't care. He can text from Edmonton. I don't.
Yeah, but it doesn't
Yeah, but
matter.
I don't
He hasn't
care.
posted anything, so we don't think he's here. We don't think he's here.
He's awake in Edmonton.
Until we see him, I'm not going to believe that he's here.
He's not here. Prove it.
Prove it.
What?
He's not even here.
Nobody's.
Gager's going to join us. Trev, let us know when Gager's in. We're going to get to 3 questions too many. Then Lisa Motley's going to be by. She's going to connect with us, and we're going to go over everything that the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority set up. The Sphere is amazing. I can't wait to, when flying in and seeing the Sphere now is, I thought maybe it would be bigger from the airplane view.
Even
but then you
driving
get
in
up next
too,
to it and
you
you're like,
kinda-
oh my God.
Yeah, we were right outside.
We're right
by the thing.
outside.
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
It was pretty sweet.
Those one-off things, I'm not really a big I don't need to do those events. I don't need to go to those places. Bucket list, that stuff doesn't ring with me. This was different. I'm very glad we went to that last night. Even tired, even though the show maybe was maybe more of a pedestrian experience. But man, oh man,
I would say I probably don't roll in and go directly to the show. We literally landed, boom, boom. I think after you've soaked in Vegas for a few days, then you go hit the Sphere. I think that's the play.
What a treat!
That's the play. We bumped into some listeners on the way to the Sphere, which was awesome. There are a lot of people consume Edmonton Sports Talk happen to be in Vegas right now. It's awesome. It's great. And if you are here, Beer Hoss, prior to the game tonight, we're going to have some lanyards and stickers and stuff. Eric wants to put an Edmonton Sports Talk sticker in some sort of sketchy location where it'll stay forever.
I want to find the dirtiest bathroom and just sticker it up.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get into 3 questions too many today. Lieutenant Eric, do you have a liner for the segment?
3 questions too many, brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, who he was thinking of taking the entire staff down to Vegas, but they all wanted to stay in Edmonton for the CFL free agency tampering period. Park Mazda, your dealer for life. Stay on Canadian soil for this.
Let's go here for text of the day today for A&W. Things you are sacrificing for CFL free agency tampering window. Right? Mitch was going to come down, but he can't leave. The staff can't travel during CFL free agency tampering window. Are you
Free
serious?
tickets to go see the Oilers get 17 in a row. I
Nope.
just can't do
Not
it.
tonight.
Not this week.
Not tonight.
No.
The Elks may have missed out on a Darius Pickett, but who are they still in on? Right? They signed a quarterback recently too. Did the
we were talking about him yesterday too. We were
Poor
looking
Trey
at his,
Ford's just sitting around being like, how many people am I going to have to defeat to keep my job
continues,
on this club?
I think the convention's going to start to get going here soon.
Yeah, no, it's
Things are
good.
happening.
I wonder
People
what
are
this
talking,
convention is.
I think some lady thought we were the convention.
Guys, when you fly, she thought this was the convention.
She keeps coming up to us.
That'd be pretty good, actually. All right, do you have a Twitter account?
Yes, I do. It's at Lieutenant_Eric, where, look, I'll be honest. It was a long day yesterday. I could have been doing more social mediaing myself. I know Maddie had a nice picture of us broadcasting. If you want to see the setup, Maddie had a nice tweet of that.
Oh, yeah,
That's
is
cool.
nice.
Look at all those cords.
Yeah.
All the work Matt does
It's
there.
always
behind
good
the
when there's so
scenes.
many
Nice.
cords, right? Like,
If you want to see my medium done burger last night.
Did you tweet that out?
Terrible picture. Yeah. It's just...
I got time for that because there's no veggies or anything.
And we're doing the EST in Vegas, right? Hashtag EST in Vegas. Is that what we want to do?
EST in Vegas.
If you're
is the
bumping into us,
hashtag,
or if you want to see us or anything like that. And then the picture of Maddie, good Samaritan, helping that guy out yesterday with his VPN. Well, you got him on a hotspot eventually. Hey, you figured it out. Yeah. He was very, very thankful for that. It's good to see us spring into action. All that stuff at Lieutenant_. Went to Phoenix.
That's where he was going. He was going to Phoenix. Yeah, that was a nice
big,
guy.
Big guy.
Nice guy. All right, your questions, 780-218-9999. 3 questions too many. Gager's going to pop by here in a little bit. Lisa Motley from the LVCVA coming up a little bit later on as well. If you have any questions about sports development in Vegas, this is the person to ask. So fire those over to us. I'd be very interested. 780-218-9999. All right, question number 1. Boys, what was the highlight of the flight for you guys on your way down?
Well, the speed of it. I mean, it was nice. I mean, you don't want to be like, let's be honest, you want to go to Vegas.
At one point, this guy says last time I played, he goes, "Wow, we are flying." I don't know if it was Maddie or you say you're like, yeah, literally. That's what
it was an end of day thing.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think the best part of the flight was just the flight in itself. I know that's a lame answer, but there was nothing outside, in which I found the turbulence to be a little fun because I don't fly as much as you do. So I was like, oh, this is kind of
it wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't like side to side.
No,
they didn't stop service or anything.
No, did they not?
Yeah.
we were served very well. But yeah, no, like the time again. Everybody complains about late flights and delayed flights and all this. I mean, that's really okay. That's great.
That was amazing.
We got queued. We got taken out of the line. I got mistaken for a miss. I had to verify my passport. Like, it was all going on. Maddie was getting to that laptop talk with one of the security guards.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, is this a X5?"
Yeah, that guy knew a lot about laptops.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, he's like, "What's this? The M2?" Maddie's like, "It's an M3." He's like, "Whoa, didn't know."
The border agents were really nice.
They were nice. Yeah, the highlight for me was getting my Nexus American interview done.
He went the distance.
Yeah, it was wild. I got to do. We didn't say this, but I got to do this fingerprint thing. You have to put it against the bar and then lower your fingers down like this, and then your thumb, and then this thumb, and these fingers. And now I got Nexus. And I can basically do whatever I want in this world now.
Yeah.
So now I guess
Passport.
that has to be a highlight for me. Yeah. Do you have your passport, sir?
No,
No,
I'm an
I
Nexus
don't.
member.
I have my Nexus card.
Oh,
Boom.
Right this way, sir.
What do you think of that? All right. Number 2. Question number 2. Guys, what is one movie that you'd like to see in the Sphere? Now that we've been there, we can answer this. One movie of all time. Any movie. Yeah. Maddie's already saying Interstellar. I would agree. Interstellar would be awesome. I mentioned yesterday to you guys on the flight on the way down how I love Interstellar and I love The Martian. The Martian would be pretty cool on that scene.
I just watched Oppenheimer in the IMAX.
Oh, you did.
Now there's a lot of talking and stuff, but the actual bomb part would be pretty neat in there. What about old Jurassic Park? We like that.
Oh man, with the dinosaur feet, and you're just like,
I'm just thinking like the T-Rex at the water.
Yeah.
Like that'd be going through.
Jurassic Park would be a good one.
Or hell, on a Lord of the Ring. Well,
Armageddon when they're landing on the asteroid.
How about this?
That would be amazing.
On a Tuesday, a little Tombstone. Hey, can you
what are you doing at the Sphere tonight? Oh, the boys are having Tombstone be played. You're a daisy if you do. Can you imagine going and sitting down at the Sphere to watch Tombstone?
Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
No.
Where are you guys going tonight? Oh, we're coming to the Sphere.
You tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming with me. You hear? Hell's coming with me.
Oh, they must have this big show that they're doing. Oh no, it's Tombstone.
Yeah, it's just Tombstone. What? No, they're just playing
We're
Tombstone.
going to see Ace Ventura: Pet Detective at the Sphere.
That would be a good one too. Just all classic movies. Anyway, it's phenomenal. The Sphere is incredible. Vegas has done it again. It's awesome.
No, that's true.
I did think last night because I'm a romantic, and I hope she's listening or watching right now. What time is it? She might be. I did think last night about taking my wife to the Sphere on a Vegas date night.
Well,
I think she'd love it.
There we go.
We'd sit lower because I don't want to be that high again.
No.
But yeah, it was good. All right, question number 3. This is a good one. And thank you for sending this in. Big country music guys ourselves. Achy Breaky Podcast Season 2. We did do Toby Keith. We did How Do You Like Me Now, didn't we?
How do you like me?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Nothing on my way.
This question is, what is your favorite Toby Keith song?
Yeah, confession as well. I didn't really like Toby Keith too much.
Not like his music? You didn't
No, I didn't. I understand the popularity, and they are hits. I mean, he wrote some bangers. And some bangers. Don't get me wrong here. But
he owned country music for a window there.
Sure, yeah,
like
absolutely.
Post Garth Prime, George Strait's already kind of done his thing. Brooks and Dunn was kind of a hot duo at the time, but there was a time where Toby Keith was the biggest male country music star in the world.
And maybe it's that time as well. Like, should have been a cowboy, stuff like that.
Should have been a cowboy.
You keep your red solo cups.
Yeah.
To be honest, but
I mean, I didn't mind Red Solo Cup too.
I don't mind.
I mean,
I can live with it. But I'll go with the earlier on bangers. How do you like me now? It's good. Beer for My Horses, always like that's the karaoke one. Hey,
I think if I had to choose, like Stays in Mexico was classic.
Yeah, that's good.
I Love This Bar was great. But I do think Beer for My Horses is the one that I would sing along most to.
Oh yeah, that'll get the room going.
Beautiful, my horses.
Should have been a cowboy for me.
That was tough because he was battling cancer, and then didn't he go do some shows?
Well, when we did the episode
yeah.
podcast, I think he was performing or something like that. But
So rest in peace.
yeah, who's your
Toby
daddy?
Keith. Well, who's your daddy? Who's your that man? He had some beer for my horses.
Memorable
so
lyrics,
good.
yeah.
Whiskey Girl. And Whiskey Girl was a good
Yeah,
one
and you
too.
mentioned I love this bar. That's
God, he
every local crap hole that you've ever
Yeah.
drank and always played that, and some of the regulars would look around being like,
yeah.
Or so he wrote this for me.
As good as I once was, he owned country in the early 2000s. It was good. And he should have been a cowboy, dropped in 93.
Yeah.
So that was a hell of a run for Toby Keith. And there's a Toby Keith bar in Vegas. Where is that one? Everybody let us know. I know I've been at the hotel where it's at before. It's not, is that a New York thing? MGM? I feel like we're kind of close to it.
I love this bar and grill.
Oh, did it close?
Closes permanently.
What? What?
It's 2021.
Oh, that's not the one I was thinking.
No?
of.
Okay.
No, I think there
He's
might
got
be.
more.
I think there might be a different
Who's
one. I don't
this guy,
know.
Salt Bay?
Somebody let us know if somebody let us. Who is this guy? Salt Bay. Did we go by the Salt Bay place last night?
No, Surratt. He's right outside our.
It's right across from the Park MGM.
It's right here. Yeah.
So that's this guy.
Yeah, you get a $10,000 piece of steak and a Coke. Can of Coke.
Somebody said, "I got beef this week." I got Wagyu. I got Wagyu beef.
Yeah, you just go there and
That's
he feeds it in
that's the right way to go. All right, rest in peace, Toby Keith. That's a hell of a run right there. Joaquin Gage is ready to go. Gager is going to join us. The Edmonton Oilers look to make it 17 in a row tonight as they get back into action against Vegas. Gage will join us on Two Guys, the Goalie, a little bit later on as well. Joaquin Gage, how are you doing this morning, sir?
I'm good. How are the boys doing? That's the biggest question that everyone wants to know.
What are you out of 10?
Oh, I'm probably like 8 out of 10 right now. I'm feeling pretty good.
I was a 3. I'm about a 6.
Really?
He started slow. I started at about a 6 or a 7. He was at a 3. But
where's after this? I guess I was trying to find places for you guys to go and grab some sustenance. And
you're a big
yeah.
guy,
Well,
right?
back in the day, I used to watch a lot of drive-ins and dives. The
Triple
B.
And the one place that I always thought would be great. One's called Lou's Diner. I think that would be a good place for you guys to go. Breakfast, biscuits and gravy. Just the pancakes are ridiculous. It's like IHOP on steroids, and I guess the people in there are unbelievable. The other one to get the meat sweats is John Mull's Meats and Roadkill Grill. I think you can get some vintage kind of barbecue in that place and go nuts. So those are two places if you guys get some free time.
Roadkill Grill.
John Mull's Meats and Roadkill Grill, I think.
John Mull's Meats.
Yellow possum burgers.
Is it on? I mean, I'm basically just going to places in New York. Gager, because you said, remember yesterday, do you not say you want a list? Like you wanted me to start a social media account? Yeah. So far, all I've had is a slice of pizza.
Wow.
And it's a good piece of pizza. It was from the Sphere with the little pepperonis. One fell off, and Maddie ate it. Maddie, that was a pretty good pepperoni, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a good pepperoni.
Yeah.
So I have so far I've had you know what? I could go here 3 days only eating slices of pepperoni pizza from all the different places.
3 squares.
That wouldn't be bad. I could rank
Breakfast,
them
lunch,
all
and
and everything.
supper.
That'd be that's good. Yeah, that was a fun one. Gager, what's 17? Like how badly do you think that group wants it tonight?
I think just the fact that they're playing the Golden Knights makes it even more attractive to break the record or get against the Golden Knights, a team that beat them last year in the playoffs. This is I said it yesterday. I think this is a kind of a measuring stick for this time of the year where, really you see a lot of usually you see a lot of separation between the top 3 in the division, the wild cards. So you start to get a really good picture of who's going to be in the playoffs, and home ice advantage starts coming into the picture, right? So Vegas is a team they're trying to track down at this point, going into their own building. You got a Vegas team that wants to wreck this streak. This is probably at this time of the year, guys, this is probably as close as you get to kind of a playoff game as you can imagine with what's at
Yeah.
stake. So I think it's going to be great. Both teams have had time off, so I would, if I was a betting man, I would definitely bet the over.
I am a betting man.
No way. And look
So
where
that's
you
great.
are. Unbelievable.
The total set at 6. I know. I mean, I'm cool bet through and through, but I'll be rolling up to a sports book on the way to the game tonight, getting a little ticket. You know, you have to do something about doing it live in person.
Well, Gager too. I mean, both teams. You mentioned the break, and we did discuss with Button a bit. Is this going to be like no break? I mean, if you dropped somebody here without prior knowledge, like, oh, these teams have been playing, games every second night, or do you see a bit of rust? I mean, it's a team that's looking for 17 straight wins. Obviously, I don't think I'd be sitting here critiquing them if they did have a bit, but like, what do you expect from the energy levels tonight and having that week off?
I think the intensity is going to be ratcheted up to the highest level. The execution is what I think is going to. There is going to be a little bit of rust, I think, in this game. Just the fact, just like I know you don't play golf, Eric, but when you're in the heat of things and you're golfing every day, you get quite good. And when you have just that little bit of time off, the swing just isn't right. The feeling, so you look on the ice, the feeling with the puck isn't quite there. The timing of passes, just to get all that stuff back. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a complete mess out there, but I would say, a period and a half before both teams kind of look like their former selves before the break. I could see that happening for sure. So, and with mistakes, especially with the counterpunching ability of these two teams, the way they've been playing with the Oilers, so good defensively, and we know how the Golden Knights play. They feast on turnovers in the neutral zone. So, it's both goalies are going to be quite busy, I think, tonight.
Speaking of goalies, 37 games left on the schedule, Gager. How many starts ideally for Stuart Skinner, do you think?
That's tough. I was going to do a little bit of research and look at the schedule. I know I haven't done too much. I know that there's quite a few back-to-backs in this case, but look, until they get to a point where they've kind of locked down a playoff spot, I don't like it, but I see Skinner playing north of 60, and that's tough because everyone looks to last year. But I do think that with that experience that he's gained, and this hasn't been a very taxing physical year. Like, there's been ample opportunity for Stuart Skinner to get rest and kind of reset for each game. This next part of the season, this is where you really have to. The relationship between a coach, goaltending coach, the goalies really has to be in sync here, I think, and an honest conversations of how you're feeling. Dustin Schwartz really has to do a good job of monitoring Skinner's workload, how he's looking in practice, giving him enough time to keep his game at a high level, but also looking at the possible fatigue factors moving forward through this latter half, and getting him kind of breaks here and there when at all possible.
Gager, how much does when we talk about the workload, I'm trying to figure out how much does it impact a guy that's Stuart Skinner's age, that he has to go on a bit of a run in May and June, let's say. How much does playing an extra game in February, a couple extra games in March, like how much does that really hurt him? I know we talk about the number all the time of like, don't want him past 60 starts, but I mean, he's not 38 years old. This isn't like they're going to Jonathan Quick for a run or end of Mike Smith. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think he should be able to handle any sort of workload down the stretch.
It's just from injury, getting worn down a little bit. It's more on the mental side. I think just getting up for each and every game is draining. And being fresh going into the playoffs, he gained a lot of experience going in last year, I think, Dusty. And the thing that I look at mostly is throughout the year, you hear coaches talk about segments, creating goals for yourself. And I think getting to the playoffs last year for Stuart Skinner, after the year he had, there was kind of an exhale once he got there, and you could see it in his play. He kind of reached the goals that he had set for himself throughout that year.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So when
Yeah.
you set goals for yourself, when you eventually reach them, there is that natural tendency to relax. And when you talk to Stuart Skinner this year, his goals are completely different from the year prior. He came in as essentially the number one guy, and not just making the playoffs was his mindset. It was far beyond that, and I think that whole vision has progressed throughout the whole year. So you're going to have a guy that, yeah, getting to playoffs, that's just part of the process here. The end result is hoisting the silver chalice at the end. So that there's not going to be that exhale of accomplishing goals because they're not all done yet. So like you said, I just like him to get a little bit more rest and just for wear and tear purposes, but I don't think we're going to see the same Stuart Skinner in the playoffs as we saw last year.
Gager, you were telling us on Oil Stream yesterday that you once were part of an Oilers training camp right here in Vegas. We didn't get to the end of that story. I'm assuming you were cut, or did you make the team?
No, I got cut later. We went to we went to Dallas.
Who were the goalie? Who'd you lose to?
I think Freddie Brathwaite was there.
Freddie Brathwaite
and Bill Ranford. It's funny. One funny story. I don't know if I've told this because I sweat profusely. I would lose like 12 to 15 pounds a game, and Staffy.
What?
Oh yeah.
Are you exaggerating, or would you actually lose 12 to 15 pounds a game?
It was
Really?
all water weight, Dusty.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
but
you were bloated.
I remember when I asked Staffy for a new pair of hockey socks, and he got all mad at me. And he's you don't need socks because I was the rookie. I seemed to be high maintenance. I was worried, and he grabbed my socks out of the pants where they kind of sit them, and he pulled them out, and they were completely soaked, and it slapped him in the face because he pulled them out so fast, and so all my sweat hit Staffy in the face. And then I just we met, our eyes locked, and he just looked at me and goes, "I'll get you another pair." So.
Yeah.
But
Gager, we talked about it on the Pit Stop Palace for a long time. F1 Pit Stop Palace, Vegas. I feel like that's the next time we get you down here.
That's the goal, Dusty.
Yeah.
There will be a
will
be a huge
it's the next
exhale.
time we get you down because we're not leaving. Like we landed yesterday, and Maddie was like, "Imagine if we could just set up Edmonton Sports Talk here, just have like a green screen with Edmonton behind us." That'd be a lot of fun. Gager, thanks a lot for popping by, buddy. We appreciate it, man. What's the official prediction for tonight?
I'd say 6-4 Oilers. Empty netter.
Oh wow, that's going to be a wild one.
Netter.
That's going to be a wild one. We're excited to be there for sure. Gager, we'll talk to you later,
Bye.
man. There you go, Joaquin Gage, brought to you by Pro-Am Sports. Go see the Cooks and Boys over at Pro-Am or visit their website at proamsports.ca. You can text us anytime, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. And if you are, and then we know there's a bunch of you who are listening or watching from Vegas, if you want to swing on by and say hi. Maddie, who was that one guy? Was he just a random, or I saw him taking a picture? Who's that guy?
Did you give him stuff?
Yeah, did you give him a lanyard? What? You brought the lanyards, but they're not here.
Give him a sticker.
Unbelievable. From Edmonton, okay. No way. Well, there's chalk up one new listener.
Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
But didn't he take a picture on like an old school camera? Oh, was his phone? It looked like a camera to me. It looked like a Polaroid camera. That was wild.
Conference is filling up though.
All right. Well, that's
They're all
great.
getting in there.
Yeah.
He's going to the
Maddie's
seminar.
going to the conference. We are on the second floor of the Park MGM. You just come up the escalator. In the conference room area. We've got a nice little area in the corner. So if you are in town, and we met a bunch of you last night who are, feel free to swing by. Quinn asks, are you guys in seats or the press box tonight? Quinn, what do you think? Where do you think we are? Edmonton Sports Talk is in the seats.
They wouldn't allow me in the press box.
Tommy Gazzola will be in the press box because he has to dress nice. Rest of us,
And
we're going to
looks
be
nice.
in the seats enjoying the game with all of the fans that'll be here for the game tonight. We are here courtesy of YEG, Edmonton International Airport, and they teamed up with Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. And we're going to talk a little bit about this right now. Lisa Motley's going to join us. She's the Vice President, Sports and Special Events at the LVCVA, which I have kind of got used to saying now. It's starting to roll off the tongue a little bit. And she pops by this morning. Lisa, how are you? Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning. Welcome to Las Vegas. The LVCVA is quite a tongue twister, and I've been there 7+ years, and I still can't get it right.
Yeah. Well, that's good then. It makes me feel a lot better about myself.
I just like calling it the authority.
The authority, yeah.
I love
the
that.
authority.
Rings right.
Yeah. I'd consider a full rebrand of just the authority. I think that would go over very well. We were excited because we actually landed like 13 minutes early on our flight last night. So, yeah, that doesn't happen very often. So we were pretty excited about that. But we did check out the Sphere. And, I mean, and Vegas just does it right. The Sphere show that we went to last night, Postcards from Earth, that was absolutely phenomenal. You guys got something special on your hands with that facility,
I'm so glad you got to go see Postcards from Earth. I mean, it's an amazing show. I haven't had the privilege of seeing U2 yet, but it's absolutely incredible in there, right? Did you get to see the exoskeleton with Welcome to Super Bowl?
Is that what you're going up on the escalator?
So they call the exoskeleton is the outside of the Sphere. It's the entire LED screen. So keep your eye out for that because they've got a bunch of Super Bowl programming in there too.
Cool. Because we popped out, and it's just phenomenal.
Right up against it.
It's cool when you're flying in and seeing it, but then when you're right up, it's well done. You're totally thought that was pretty good. So that was pretty good. Just curious. From a national hockey league perspective, us being in Edmonton, we care a lot about the NHL. Vegas rolls in super early success in the National Hockey League last year, Stanley Cup last year. They knocked off our Edmonton. We thought whoever won that was going to win the Stanley Cup. Vegas ends up going on and winning it. What has the NHL done? The Golden Knights done to kind of establish this community as opposed to what usually would come to Vegas.
Sure. So, and I think that's really the misnomer, right? I mean, we've been a sports town since the early 80s when we moved a minor league baseball team from Spokane, Washington. That's the Las Vegas Aviators now. They're still here. We went and recruited the National Finals Rodeo, the richest rodeo in the world, from Oklahoma. That came in 85. We had UFC, we've had NASCAR, we had PBR, we had NBA Summer League. We also hosted the NHL Awards for 10 years. And that kind of laid the foundation. You know, you talk to Gary Bettman, and he'll tell you, we were always coming to Vegas, we just needed the venue.
Yeah.
So we had to build T-Mobile Arena. Thankfully, Rick Arpin at the time was with MGM Resorts, and he had the wherewithal to say, you know what, here's the vision. If you build it, they will come. So, right. But I mean, the success out of the gate is amazing. I'm originally from Minnesota.
Okay.
I'm a big hockey fan. The state of hockey down here in the United States. I went to the University of Minnesota. I went to a hockey high school. And I remember walking in year one to one of the Stanley Cup final games. And it was 102 degrees outside. And here I am in a jersey walking into a 60-degree venue, right? And I make the joke about I've been on an Alaskan cruise, and you're canoeing or kayaking, and there's a bald eagle flying and a jellyfish down here. And one of these doesn't belong with the other, but together they're just perfect. So hockey in the desert is just perfect.
It has been absolutely phenomenal, the experience. I remember we came down with some listeners at our old radio station for the first time the Oilers played here, and it was an unreal experience. Like the show, just presentation down here is so much different than everywhere else. It just absolutely nailed it. But then you guys, bring in the big one, right? The National Football League rolls in, and I don't know if it's possible to take Vegas to another level already, but what has the National Football League done? Obviously, Super Bowl this week is going to be insane, but what has that done for you guys?
So that's a fun story too, right? I mean, everybody thinks we all of a sudden overnight happened. So back in the early 2000s, we in Las Vegas tried to place a commercial during the Super Bowl, and the NFL said no. And so this $3 million spot we would have purchased ended up garnering hundreds of millions of dollars of media attention because everybody played it globally because everybody wanted to watch this commercial. And it wasn't even a risque commercial. It was just Las Vegas. So we never dreamed we were going to get there. And then, sports betting gets overruled. We get there. We have a very happy marriage with the NFL right now. Obviously, we've hosted 2 Pro Bowl games, the NFL draft, and then Super Bowl this weekend, right? Again, when I moved here in 2000, we didn't have any professional sports or Allegiant Stadium. And now it's just the sky's the limit. But Super Bowl in Las Vegas, probably going to be the most epic sporting event globally ever.
That's exciting.
What about baseball, Lisa? Like, I know that's like kind of the next thing to come. I know Dusty's kind of like, what's the next big? NFL certainly is huge, but can you tell us a little bit about the A's right now, or
sure,
what we haven't seen yet, I guess, from Canada and other parts if you're not here directly in Vegas?
Sure. And that's coming full circle, right? The first professional team we had was a minor league baseball. We've built this beautiful ballpark out in Summerlin for the Las Vegas Aviators. And now they are the AAA affiliate to the Oakland A's, who will be relocating here on the site that is currently the Tropicana, which is diagonal from T-Mobile for those of you coming for hockey. They will shutter their doors April 2nd of this year and then break ground later on. And then they'll plan to be in town for the 2028 season. But for you NHL fans, and maybe you can help me get to the NHL, I've pitched the NHL on putting that All-Star Classic in the A's baseball stadium. So if you can help me make that happen, I'll let the Edmonton fans speak.
And that'll have to happen at some
If
point.
you guys want it to happen, it'll happen. Probably,
That's a no-brainer. I mean, that would be absolutely incredible. And then I would have to think with your relationship already with basketball. I mean, the NBA, you guys have already had everybody talks about the Summer League and G League and stuff. It's been phenomenal to follow. And that would also be a pretty significant piece. What would the timeline be for something like that, do you think?
Yeah, so we also hosted the first NBA in-season tournament last December.
Yes.
Which is
Los Angeles Lakers. Well, I'm a big LeBron guy. So that was
there you go.
Yeah.
It was a great event for the destination over a pretty great time in Las Vegas for sports with the rodeo and football in town. There is Oakview Group. Lywicki's group owns Oakview Group. They are building a venue on the south end of the strip. I believe they're supposed to have a shovel in the ground early 2025. So again, probably around the same time period, 27, 28.
Yeah. That's crazy. So the baseball stadium, like right off the strip, right? Is that what you said? Like right
It's on the strip.
Yeah,
We
that's
drove
like
by,
great. Yeah, we drove
last
by.
night.
We drove by the Tropicana, and Maddie, who's with us, he goes, "That's where the baseball stadium's going." I'm saying, like,
Yes.
right here, like right on the corner, like across from Excalibur, right? Like right there, MGM Excalibur baseball stadium.
Well, and Tropicana is going to build another hotel attached to
Oh,
it.
they are.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Oh, wow.
And I can't speculate because we haven't seen the renderings yet. They're still finalizing the renderings.
This is exciting. It must be exciting to do your job, eh?
Oh, it's the greatest job in the world.
Yeah.
Greatest.
That's true. I think it's absolutely incredible.
Can you also, since we're just rolling here, Formula One, how was that, working with that? I mean, of course, there are racing fans out there, but everybody got captured by the drama of the Netflix series and everything. But just how was Vegas and the Formula One matchup? Because I think we all saw from afar that's a match made.
Well, and I think you'll find Vegas, this is what we do every day, right? And we love it. Formula One, Liberty Media, it was probably the 5th time we've had a conversation with somebody about Formula One, but now Liberty Media owns Formula One. They came to us 20 months before the race.
Really?
Yeah. And in Las Vegas, we come from a place of, yes, we're going to make things happen. And by gosh, we made it happen from shaving streets, paving them, public works, the county and city were great supporters of us. All of our hotel partners from Caesars and MGM and Wynn. It was absolutely epic. It's the only race that Liberty Media actually produces themselves. So in every other destination, somebody buys the rights from Liberty Media and produces that, keeps sponsorships, ticket revenue. But here in Las Vegas, the Las Vegas Grand Prix is kind of not a franchise, but a section, a department of Liberty Media. They produce the event. We helped where they needed. I will tell you, we learned some stuff we didn't know. You never know what you don't know. And we'll apply that to all of our events moving forward for best practices. But it'll be less heartburn this year for the locals because we don't have to close down the roads. But absolutely putting Las Vegas on a global stage, F1, and then 3 months later, let's go ahead and do Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's where it's kind of a place to be, I guess. So that's good. Hey, before we let you go, last one, we don't want to keep you too much longer. We've got Convention Center right over here. That's going on. When we were walking the Sphere last night, we saw this big Lowe's set up and stuff. You were with the Convention and Visitors Authority. Do you guys have to, don't people want to bring their conventions to Vegas? Like, how much do you guys reach out to other people and try to sell them, or is it just a matter of people just coming and booking and booking and booking?
Well, my boss will say, our CEO will say, Vegas sells itself. And I hope he doesn't listen to this because while that's kind of true, we still have to do a lot of work. So I don't want to make it sound like we just kind of go out.
Yeah.
We host over 22,000 trade shows and conventions each year.
Wow.
We have 15 million square feet of meeting space, and we don't have enough.
Wow.
So our office is actually at the Las Vegas Convention Center. And so we've got 3 of the top largest convention centers in the country, with Mandalay Bay, with Sands Expo at the Venetian, and then our Las Vegas Convention Center. But, there's other markets that will come in. They'll want to rotate their show out. But here's a fun fact. When your show rotates through Vegas, it has an 8% more attendees record than if you go anywhere else, right?
Right.
And you don't have to go throw a big party at night because you all don't want to be at a party. You're like, yeah, I'm going to go do my own thing. I'm in Vegas. But then sporting events, we don't get everything we go after. And we're very strategic with when we need things. So.
Well, you guys sound like you're in good hands. We appreciate the time. Thanks a lot, Lisa.
Thanks,
this was
Lisa.
a great chat, and thanks for teaming up with YUG to make this happen. This is great.
Of course. I'd say good luck tonight, but I'm not sure I can.
Get out of here. Get out of here. See you later.
Bye, guys.
That's Lisa Motley with the LVCVA, and she's the Vice President of Sports and Special Events at the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. Like, what's this? I know Vegas is like, oh, it's already insane here. I mean, if you know Vegas, but with the way that they lay it out, can you imagine being here in, let's say, 2030? Let's fast forward 6 years.
Oh, there's a sphere on top of the sphere.
You're staying
it's like a snowman. Yeah.
You're staying at the MGM Grand. We're at the Park MGM right now, but you're staying at the MGM Grand. You're looking out, and there's a baseball stadium for a Major League Baseball team right there. And at the other end of the strip, I think she said the other end of the strip, there'll be the NBA stadium. So it's not like the hockey stadium. They're just every team. Oh, it's amazing.
At
It's
the
nuts.
end of the conversation with her too, she just kind of stuck it in there. We don't always get what we want. Like, I'm really like, how does Vegas not always get they any plan you put forth? Hey, yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it in half the time or whatever, and it's going to be a more kick-ass event than if it would be held anywhere else. How do they? What are the ventures that they don't get?
Well,
I'd be very curious to see how that works.
She goes, there are sports events we don't get.
No.
You know what one of those might be? CFL tampering window.
Well,
CFL tampering window is
Posse-
not have a presence here this year.
Posse gave it a crack, right?
She's cheering for the Golden Knights, obviously, tonight. So if we see her at the game, we'll give her a snare, a snare.
Hockey fan. Yeah, I'll give her a noogie.
Long live the Quinn. She's in. She says, "Oh my God, this is wild. I do this stuff daily at Explore Edmonton on a 1/1000th scale. Like, it's just Vegas is just, it's the place, right? It's just the place." Mr. Lean, keeping the audio stream clean.
Hey,
what happened there? Somebody said that
Well, I
I sound
don't know,
full-blown robot, or
like
it sounded fine to us.
I think Matt's here's twiddling his thumbs though. It's never he's on it.
Yeah,
Like,
Matty was on it.
whenever something is
Matty was
happening,
on it.
he is on it.
on
Like
it.
a dog on the bone.
Somebody was that's a good one. Curtis just out of nowhere on Twitter. Hot take.
Oh,
Oilers tracked down the Knuckleheads. He called them Knuckleheads for first in the div. Vancouver squanders against tougher competition in the second half. Well, the Oilers.
Then he's got an
Oilers,
emoji, sunglasses
I know,
face.
it's kind of
emoji.
cool.
Cool.
The Oilers, I will say, have a more difficult next 37 games as
37 and 70
as well.
I think it's a crunch, quantity and quality, right?
Yeah, exactly what you said. Let's see here. Let's get to a few of these nasty chats here. Let's see. Dusty crushing a morning claw. Yeah. Well, I'm not crushing it. I'm slowly sipping it. Trying to keep going here. The audio is now synced with the beautiful harmony of video as well. Back on track, baby.
We got it.
Where our audio was a little unsynced for part of the day. But it's back now. What'd you do? What'd you do over here?
Take
Nothing?
credit for it.
You didn't do anything? You have to tell me what you did later. Let's see here. 14 minutes, guys. Any Tommy sightings? Nope.
Well, no, he's not here.
He's texted. He said he'll see us.
I don't care.
He said he'll see us. Eric still doesn't
My
believe
wife
he's in
texted me
Vegas.
this morning too. My wife texted me. She's not here.
She's not. Yeah, that's
So,
true.
yeah.
My wife texted me and said the
ain't here.
Sphere sounds like a great date.
Yeah,
night.
but she ain't here.
She was listening earlier. Stephen Day on the Nasty Chat says, interesting, the business case of you get 8% more attendance, but you don't need to host as many post-conference events because people do their own thing. That is. I mean, it makes sense. Like, if you're going to be heading to a destination for a conference and somebody says it's Vegas, they the numbers say 8% more people come here.
We saw, what was it, Lowe's?
Lowe's had this great
It's
setup.
like their universal meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere we were.
You think the guy who works at Lowe's just off of Stony Plain Road in Edmonton wants to go to a conference in Minnesota No, maybe not. But you know where he will want to go? And he comes here. And she makes a great point. This is why we're already thinking. Last night, we're walking back from the Sphere. What did we say? I think it was Maddie who had the idea when you were running to find that bathroom. We're thinking EST conference. What'd you say? The fifth one? Our 5th annual AGM? We'd probably have like 9, 10 employees at the time. Get a boardroom.
Big boardroom. Huge room.
Yeah. I mean, right now.
Breakfasts. Choice of breakfasts.
Right now, the Estes are going to be at a local Edmonton theater.
Right now.
But who's to say in 5 years the Estes aren't here?
We know Lisa's contact.
Right? We already have the
now,
contact.
Yeah.
She said some events, they say no to Vegas. You know who wouldn't say no to Vegas? Us. We'd be like, yeah, we'll partner with you. Because imagine that you bring down, let's say you bring down 300 people for a conference. She is right. You don't have to book some entertainment after because people want to get out of the conference and head straight to the piano bar in New York, New York. I mean, that's just how it works. So, yeah, nobody's going to say, oh, man, convention in Vegas, that's a horrible idea. Like, nobody's ever said that. Nobody has ever said that.
It's filling up.
It's starting to get busy. I do want to know what's going on over there.
People are wearing nice clothing.
That right there is an NFL media event, I can tell.
Ooh, yeah.
You can tell reporters here who cover the NFL. They got a little bit of a beard. They don't have a lot of hair. Their hair's shorter. And they wear backpacks.
Like this guy right here.
And that's exactly what I was just describing.
Stone cold.
Right? I don't think you can cover the NFL in this country unless you have some sort of scraggly beard.
Prerequisite.
That's interesting. They must.
When he's got the no sock.
Like Farhan and Naylor roll down here, clean shaven. They're like, oh, look, the Canadians. That's a tough look right there.
Estes at the Sphere. Hampton Steve.
Who's at the Sphere?
Estes.
Oh, the Estes. Oh man. Can you imagine getting to a point?
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. Right now, we're just trying to lock down Garneau Theater. That's it. That's our starting point. If you are watching on YouTube today, we do apologize for the little sync issue there, but it's good that it popped back in. Hammer the thumbs up for us. That'd be great. And if you're watching live or you're watching archive a little bit later on, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to Edmonton Sports Talk, we're trying to make a push towards 7,000 subs. So we'd very much appreciate that as well. And if you are watching, you're like, I only watch at home, but then I can't listen to the show after. You can. Once you get in the car, tune in app, mine pops right up. Look, DVD beat Tommy Gazzola. I knew it. My God.
As
Van
is
Diest
tradition.
is already here for the hangout.
As is
Gazzola
tradition.
is nowhere to be seen. That is the most Tommy thing of all time.
Maybe he's here for the NFL.
That's the most Tommy thing of all time. And I love it. That's too good. All right, let's get into the wrap for William Huff. You can't see it, but we actually have one of our stand-up banners that was done by William Huff. It's making us look legit down here in Vegas. William Huff got it done for us. www.williamhuff.com. You probably can't get these very unique artworks behind us.
They look good in our hallway. With all the other artwork.
Yeah, it look good in the hallway. That'd be good. Eric, what'd you learn on the show today, buddy?
Well, I learned some sad news to start off the show, being the Toby Keith, but maybe it is a reason. Everything happens for a reason. We're down here, and maybe we celebrate his career in a way we only know how sometime later today over the next couple of days. So,
my plan is to go to Old Red, and I'm sure there'll be a ton of Toby Keith music being played at Old Red.
Win in Rome for this.
Yeah.
Also, some CFL news trickling through this morning. The Rough Riders agreeing to terms with American linebacker Jameer Thurman. And yes.
Oh, wow.
Sir. Yes, sir. And the Tiger Cats agreeing to terms with defensive lineman Brandon Barlow.
Jameer Thurman's a nice get for the Riders.
Yeah.
Man, Jamarcus Hardrick and now Jameer Thurman.
My source was my brother this morning.
It was your brother who passed that along.
Thank you, Lucas.
Okay. Boy, that's a good one.
Yeah, so the tampering continues. The fiddling around, eh?
If Dusty incorporates some veggies into his diet, I will subscribe. Day 5 of 10-day water fast for me. Feeling great. That's it from D-Rock.
You're fasting.
10-day water fast?
You're not drinking water?
Gross.
You've been on a water fast for like years.
Yeah, I haven't had water in years.
Come on, D-Rock, step it up.
Come on, man. You're not impressing me right now. All right, let's get to your sound of the day today. Let's see here. We're in Vegas. Okay, let's see if I can bring up. Let's go into the old goal song vault here and see what we can
for sport ball.
Bring up for sport ball for the kids. All right, you got to do that. Find the majority of these songs inside the Nasty Club. Find more details on that at edmontonsportstalk.com. Let's see here. What do we do? What do we do? Who do we go with?
Well, you want to spur on a little something for
What about
I see what you're doing.
What about Clef Bomb?
Oh, I see.
Is that
A
Tom?
ghost of the
Is that
past.
Tom
Yeah,
Jones?
yeah.
Is that he's a Vegas guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh, baby.
Sound of the day. Sport ball.
Yeah. Oh, listen to this. 18,000 watching every night. No more staph infection, so you can take flight. It's okay that you don't shoot right. Your future's still very bright. Your future's very bright. A 7-year deal is what you signed. Well, with an AAV that we don't mind. So now with Lawson by your side, yeah, we know you're gonna be just fine. You know who you are, Clef Bomb, yeah. Oscar Clef Bomb. Every time you score a goal, we're gonna play the song. Clef Bomb, Oscar Clef Bomb. And Oscar, you can do no wrong. Oscar, you can do no wrong. Clef Bomb, Oscar Clef Bomb. Every time you score a goal, we're gonna play the song. Clef Bomb, Oscar Clef Bomb. And Oscar, you can do no wrong. You can do no wrong. And Oscar, you can do no wrong.
You're telling me that's not a show tune? I'll never believe it.
Tommy should be
I'll never
walking
believe
into
it.
that. That should be.
That should be it. Yeah. I know we're gonna get the text from Tommy. Be like, I can't find you guys. That's what's gonna happen. That guy there looks like Zach.
Shows up with coffee.
All right. The goal songs are brought to you by Sport Ball. You want your best possible way to get your kids started in sports? It's Sport Ball, not lying. You're gonna love it. www.sportball.ca. Spring registration is open right now. They probably call it Spring Reg around Sport Ball. Hey, Spring Reg is open. That's probably what they say. Text of the day today for A&W. Did you know about the sweet deals A&W has? The value deals? These are great. Budget-friendly options you can enjoy all day, any day of the week. Try an A&W Buddy Burger for only $2.79. The A&W value deals are always tasty and never pricey.
Let's get a bag of buddies for the office.
You know who's
BS.
Tommy Gazzola is here.
Where?
My God, and he
No
looks
way.
sharp. Look at this. He's a Vegas boy. There he is.
Dressed for the
Tommy Gazzola. Coming in hot, this guy. Look at this guy. Look at the shoes.
Look at this. Look at that.
Are you kidding me? This guy is nemesis.
Look at
Vegas.
this. Steinbeck.
Beautiful. I love it. Steinbeck. Text of the day today is going to go to Lucas in a red Ford Ranger from Whale and the Wolf. He's got a gift certificate to A&W. Start telling people you're down there covering the CFL tampering window. I love that.
And we will.
Lucas, well done, sir.
Yes.
Well done. That's really good. All right. Well, what are we watching tonight? What are we watching tonight? We're going to watch the Edmonton Oilers as they look to make it 17 in a row against the nemesis, the Golden Knights. We'll be there tonight. Should be a good one, and then we'll see where the night goes. We managed to pull off this show pretty good. We were up very early, but it's gone pretty well.
Oh, we'll keep it going.
Yeah.
Feed off this.
This is a great text. Jack Cookson from Pro-Am fires it over. Lisa Motley was a great guest. When Tom bails on the hangout this week, you need her to sit in.
It's a natural.
She was
fit
great
here.
though,
Yeah.
right? Comes from a hockey state.
Minnesota.
She was absolutely terrific. All right, so we are going over to Top Golf later on today.
Yep.
We'll watch for some social media on that.
Beer
We're going to
Hoss.
be at Beer Hoss tonight.
Pre-gaming.
Probably try to get there around, I don't know, like 5-ish.
Earlier the better.
At least. And then, Oilers and Golden Knights tonight. Look to make it 17 in a row. If you see us at the game, do not be shy. Come say hi.
Come get slapped by the
Have
mid.
a lot of fun tonight. Yeah, it's Calling Hot Takes Mid. It's just going to be slapping
Give you a smack.
faces and butts all night long. All right, that's going to do it for us. For Lieutenant Eric and YouTube Trev back in the studio. Here's the deal. We got some things to move around from the hangout. So we're starting the hangout for probably in about 10 minutes. Be ready on YouTube. If you are listening on Edmonton Sports Talk or a tune in, you'll hear Whale and the Wolf, probably a couple of songs. And then the hangout will be happening live here from the Park MGM. Stick around for that. Day one in Vegas for the Nielsen Show in the books. I'll be back with Lock Shop and two guys and a goalie coming up here in a little bit as well. Have a great day and take it easy.